Hello, and welcome back, for one last time, for now anyway, to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, I almost forgot what the game was called, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. I am your host, Scott, Biff the Boss, back one last time for the Innsmouth Conspiracy. Silas Marsh, the blessed and perhaps cursed sailor, is finally venturing into the Maelstrom. That's also the name of the last scenario in the Innsmouth Conspiracy. I am pretty excited. Sorry, there's cat action happening down here. Good times. They're all hungry. It's all good. Welcome one, welcome all. I'm really happy to have you all here. As always, if you're watching this on the VOD, feel free to check out down below. I've got a link to I've timestamped the beginning of the action, where we draw our opening hands and get into it. We got Crosshair, we got Weirdness, we got Cthulhu. Excellent. Weirdness, crab people, that's the Innsmouth Conspiracy. Dun, dun, dun. No, I think we can all pretty much agree that Silas Marsh has managed to not just uncover part of the conspiracy, but also, perhaps more excitingly, actually remember what the conspiracy is. Because this is the thing about the Innsmouth Conspiracy. If you told it in order, it wouldn't be particularly exciting. I mean, it would be, I guess, but it'd be like, well, you found a thing. Oh, now you're unconscious. Good times. Good times. I don't have too much to say other than the fact that, as I say every session, it's been... I was thinking about it, Crosshair. I did hear about that. The idea of doing a chronological playthrough. Interesting, for sure. I don't trust what the cat is doing right now. Here, 2 seconds, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. Hello. That's always a good time. Ooh, loud music. Literally, Scott 247, aka 24/7. No, I'm just joking around. So, what do I have to say? Yeah, it's been a rough go of the campaign. I think I've been really excited to play through the story of Silas Marsh, getting to know Jacob Morrison, the Coast Guard, getting to know his employer Thomas Dawson, getting to know Alina Harper, the agent. He's taken a beating, but he is a survivor. He gets down, he gets thrown down, but he gets back up again. Tub thumper, etc. First deep one, then crab. What's that over there? Yuck. All right. Well, I agree with Weirdness. I agree with everybody. But I think we should just jump into the story, right? We should know what we're doing before this last scenario. She went few. Ah, yes, feck. Understood. Crosshair. Few is probably a good token. Ah, it's probably not a good token. Yes, it's probably an excellent token. And feck's probably a really bad token. I speak waitress/sorcerer. I don't really. Okay. Last time on Doomed, Silas Marsh had a flashback to a very important moment from his recent past, where he and Thomas Dawson explored the Esoteric Order of Dagon headquarters and found his way down into the Lair of Dagon, this ancient one creature that dwells beneath the ocean, slumbering for now. He and Thomas Dawson and Jacob Morrison managed to disrupt the cult's ritual to awaken Dagon, who will probably consume the world with water or something. It's a bigger art of our favorite... Oh, no. Yeah, it pretty much is Ancient Evils here. It was a real nail biter last scenario. Silas was really close to awakening Dagon, but managed to pull off, I mean, if not a victory, then at the very least, managed to prevent the waking of Dagon for now. Max, not a good spot for you, buddy. Okay, we're good. I think that's about it. Let's have a look at the introduction and so on, right? Exactly, Crosshair. I mean, I'm sure there's something known as, efficient playing with, like, you know, foresight and forethought and whatever, but, like, come on. We're not about that on Doomed. We're about the story. And the only way to experience a story, as I very famously said, is with a healthy dose of surprise. Scenario 8. Into the Maelstrom. Your plan is simple. Foolish, but simple. Text about Scott and the crosshair somehow makes it into the scenario campaign guide for Innsmouth Conspiracy. The knowledge you've gathered leads you to conclude that the esoteric order of Dagon is the cause of both the rising tides and the appearance of the horrific Deep Ones. Not only that, but over the course of the last few decades, the Order has transformed the townsfolk into more of the horrific creatures, using them to infiltrate Innsmouth from within. But worst of all, the entity the cult worships, Dagon, is just one of two. What? His mate, Hydra, still slumbers in the depths below Innsmouth, waiting to awaken and stake her claim over an endless ocean. I don't remember learning that. When did I learn that? I don't... Oh, God. Okay, well, I mean, I guess between two agents, a Coast Guard captain, and a sailor, they figured that out. Incredible. These are the conclusions that have led you to your plan, in quotation marks. Travel once more to Devil Reef, descend into the city of the Deep Ones that lies hidden at the bottom of the ocean. Hydra, Hydra. And put a stop to the Deep Ones' plans once and for all. Don't know how. We'll figure it out. Agent Harper helps you prepare, loading your possessions onto the boat you managed to steal from what remains of Innsmouth docks. We only have one shot at this, Harper says. I don't think I need to remind you what might happen if we fail. She looks pointedly at the flooded ruins of Innsmouth. Are you ready? There's some setup. I've done some of it, but not others. Are we ready? I don't think so. John Verrill, hello John, has some advice, which I really appreciate. I'm really hoping it's going to come in handy here, John. I'm just going to take a note here, okay? Don't die, okay? Or go insane, okay? Or let the world end. Okay, now, I have to be really clear, John, because I will say, in final scenarios of Arkham campaigns, many times on Doomed, I've actually been confronted with this really unfortunate situation where I have to choose one of those three, and I don't have any other options. If I have to choose one of those three, I am choosing the last one. Oh, Crosshair, it's not a waste if you're committing it for icons, right? Okay, scenario setup. Anyway, yes, Silas Marsh is ready to venture into the depths below Devil Reef. He's going to go to the city of the Deep Ones and put a stop to their plans. Knowing Silas, that probably means just absolutely brutally destroying the leader of the Deep Ones before Hydra and Dagon awaken. Oh, hi, Dith. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you here. Yeah, it's a good point, too. That's also true. Weirdness makes a good point. Sometimes you're just a brain in a jar. Check the campaign log. Place each of the following keys as follows. If the investigators possess the key to Hanithle, choose an investigator to take control of the blue key. Otherwise, set it aside face down. We do... Where is it? There we go. So we can take the blue key. If the investigators possess a map, choose an investigator to take control of the red key. We do not. If the guardian of Hanithle is dispatched, choose an investigator to take control of the green key. Nope. If the gateway recognizes you as its rightful keeper, take control of the yellow key. So no. So set aside right now, we have red, green, and yellow keys. If there are fewer than 4 set-aside keys, shuffle the purple, white, and black keys one at a time, set each of them aside until there are no more than 4 set-aside keys. Remove each of the remaining keys from the game. They will not be used. So, shuffle them so you don't know which is which. Basically, we have the blue key in our possession, red, green, yellow, and one of the other colors are all shuffled together. We don't know which one's which, and they're all in a bag right now. I've already done all that setup. That's where we're at. RJ Cody, hello as well. Welcome to Doomed. It's a full house tonight for the finale. I'm very excited. Put the gateway to Hanithle into play. It enters play partially flooded. Put each of the 8 tidal tunnels into place surrounding it. You begin at the gateway. Fine. Check the campaign log. Each investigator who possesses a diving suit begins with a diving suit story asset. Woo! Silas got a diving suit, which is good. When constructing the act deck, fine. Set some stuff aside. I don't want to even look at that, etc., etc. Location adjacency. They have a set pattern. Adjacent locations are connected. It's the same thing as always, right? Left, right, up, down, but you can't go diagonally. Loin gore. I'm gonna look. Keys. We have the blue key, a key allowing entrance through the gateway to Hanethle and its other thresholds. Now that doesn't sound good. I'm not gonna look at. Oh yeah, I'm really not gonna look at that. Oh god. Okay. Silas, by unlocking his memories, had some experience to spend. I'm not going to talk too much about what I spent my experience on. I'm going to just see if it comes up in play, and then I will use it if it does. Let's have a look, though, at the diving suit before we have a look at the agenda and act, because I start with the diving suit in play. The diving suit is a, find 3 cost, whatever, a body slot asset. You ignore the forced ability on the current agenda. That sounds pretty good. Forced, when any amount of damage would be placed on you, place 1 of it on diving suit. When diving suit leaves play, whoop, leaves the game. 3 health. So anytime I take damage, at least one of that damage has to go on diving suit. Which is interesting, because even if it says, say, direct damage, forced would override that, which is interesting. Yes, Crosshair, I think so too. I have a feeling it'll be useful to have the diving suit, but there you go. Spending all that time at the Moon Room Jazz Lounge paid off. A doodly doodly biddly doop. I cannot imagine a person who'd be less likely to be at the Moon Room Jazz Lounge. I love it, weirdness. Okay, we've got our setup here. Agenda 1A, Under the Surface. Yeah, me too, Cthulhu. It should just be null costed, right? I guess if you... No, if it leaves play, it has to be removed from the game. So if you could cycle it somehow, I don't know what cards would cycle it, but... Your boat lands on the Black Reef, and you descend once more into the tidal caverns. Deeper and deeper still you travel, until all thoughts of returning to the surface seem like fantasy. Forced! I get to ignore this text. When your turn begins, if you are at a fully flooded location, you struggle for air. When your turn ends, if you did not enter, take 5 direct damage. This is the, oh god, I'm struggling to breathe because I'm underwater text, but I'm ignoring it for now. Act 1A, Back into the Depths. Finally, you reach the gateway to the final depths, a swirling vortex of otherworldly currents beyond which Hanethle, the city of the deep ones, waits. Somehow, you must gain entrance. Objective, if each investigator is at the gateway to Hanethle, which is the middle location, and the investigators possess each of the following keys, blue, red, yellow, and green, you may choose to advance. You may choose. What if I don't wanna? So clearly, if you had started with the more sort of the deeper into the conspiracy that your investigators manage to get, the more that you manage to uncover, the sooner you can get into Hanethle. We have basically the very basic kind of knowledge, you know? I think that's about it. Are we ready? No. Is Silas ready? He's gonna have to be. I think it's time. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, something that cares about the cost of assets. Good lord. Man, that'd be so rude if it discarded your diving suit. Rude. Are we ready to head into the Maelstrom? I think we are. Let's draw our opening hand. Let's get doomed. Well, I certainly like a couple of the things I'm seeing here. We don't need 2 Unrelentings, and we don't need a Resourceful. Do I want 1 Unrelenting? Yes, I do. Oh, baby. And a weakness, which I will redraw into Jacob fucking Morrison. Woo! Not so useful right now, but not bad. Yeah, basically, Crosshair. Blah. Not bad at all. Okay. I'm thrilled. Gateway to Hanethle enters play partially flooded. Stupendous and unheard of splendors await me below, and I shall seek them soon. The gateway to the city of the deep is a roiling vortex of seawater, a portal of currents beyond which lies Hanethle, your final destination. I've seen that movie game. Don't trick me like that. We're gonna do a couple things to start here. Silas brought with him that old talisman of protection that he received so long ago. As always, of course, let me know if music is too loud or not loud enough or whatever. It's hard to balance because the tracks are all over the place, but if it works for you, it's good for me, folks. Oh, that is interesting, Crosshair. My god, have I been playing this whole campaign wrong this whole time? It enters play. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that right now, but that's making me quirk my eyebrows. Silas, what do I want to say here? Silas brought with him this talisman. It is, around his neck within his diving suit, and yet, as he ventures into the tidal tunnels, he looks down, and the talisman that he's had for so long, this strange jade shell that seems to ward off, or is supposed to ward off sirens, it's changed. On top of it, an image of a stone, alien, and yet he recognizes it. It's not his, but he knows what it is. This is precious memento from a future life. It's a cursed charm, classic. It has 3 health and 3 sanity. It says reaction, after you fail a skill test by 2 or more, exhaust the memento to heal a horror from it, and after you succeed as a skill test by 2 or more, exhaust the memento to heal a damage from it. Putting this down, perhaps a bit silly to put it down first, but I want to make sure that Silas has it before his friends arrive. I'm also going to make sure that we have the keys out so that we can start going hard next turn with investigating. Doesn't sound cursed. No, I don't think so, Dith. Like, it's just a strange chunk of alien rock superimposed on top of the image of a jade shell that Silas has always known. He takes the key that he has to this portal, tucks it back into whatever pouch he has attached to his diving suit, and I'm going to set off down the hall. Silas is going to explore the tidal tunnel to the west, because of course we always go left. The air is frigid here, and there is no sound but the faint plinking of water dripping onto the rough stone ground. You shudder and proceed onward. Oh, didn't auto-spawn clues here. It doesn't bode particularly well, but there you go. This is the underground river. It cannot be fully flooded. After underground river is revealed, increase its flood level. 4 shroud, 2 clues, 1 victory point, which is unnecessary. That's correct. I don't think we'll probably want clues later, but I don't really need to get clues here. Silas is exploring this river and realizes that it probably, in fact, runs back out into the ocean, not what he needs. He needs some way of finding passage into Hanethle. Yeah, it's strange, eh, Crosshair? I agree. Upkeep draws us a card and gains us a resource. I could have just used the upkeep button, but I didn't. It's fine. Unexpected courage. And we draw our first encounter card of the game. Silas turns around to start heading back out of the underground river. Oh, they're connected. Oh, so I can actually go up or down, can't I? Oh, we're gonna make a little circle. Clockwise or counterclockwise? We'll think about it. But first we draw an encounter card. Deep One Assault. That's never a good. That's just never good. Disengage from each deep one at your location. Each deep one at your location and each connecting location engages you. If no enemy engages you from this effect, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a deep one. Spawn it engaged with you. Yeah, Crosshair, it depends on whether we're looking at it from Silas's perspective, because he walked right this way. So now left would take him down, and then he'd be facing down, so he'd turn left, and you know what I mean? And that's weird. That's straight, I guess, but yeah, interesting. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a deep one enemy, spawn it engaged with you, and shuffle the encounter deck. Naturally, this place has guardians. It does not want to be found. The deep ones are forever guarding their home. I'm not going to look too hard at this. I'm going to start pulling out enemies here. Oh god, I get to choose. He yelled for some reason. I don't like that. I'm just looking for anything that has like health and sanity, or rather, you know. Okay. I'm gonna sneeze. I saw a few cards I recognized. Deep One Bull is straight out. This is the worst card. Dagon's Brood. The Lair of Dagon or Gateway to Hanathle, whichever is farther from you. Same thing for Hydra's Brood. I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, gosh. That's a really good question, RJ Cody. Silas and now Alina Harper and also Jacob Morrison are venturing down to the City of the Deep Ones. They need to disrupt the Deep Ones' plans. The Deep One plan to awaken their god, Dagon, and perhaps the other god, Hydra, it's the first time I'm hearing about it, to take over the world. They're going to flood and destroy the world, and only they can stop it for some reason. I'll probably just take the Lurking Deep One, but let's see what this says. Dagon's Brood spawns at the Lair of... I should just check his spawn count. Spawn it engaged with you. Yeah, okay. Hunter, after it engages you, if Dagon is in play, bad stuff happens, but it's not. I have a feeling that's correct. 1 combat, but 4 health. Hydra's Brood is a hunter. After it engages you, if Hydra is in play, place a doom on Hydra, or Hydra attacks you. Ugh. Well, I don't really want to... I think I'm gonna be a little foolish here and take a Hydra's Brood because I can evade it more easily and just run. From within the water emerges a deep one, a creature that Silas recognizes, but this is unlike the ones he has seen before. These creatures seem to glow from within with a malevolent force. Hydra is not in play, so I don't do the forced effect. It is actually several of the creatures as they emerge from the deep. They open their mouths and a strange chittering sound emerges. Investigation phase, we need to deal with this, like, stat. So, we're going to evade. Silas is going to attempt to duck and run, basically. Well, he is wearing a diving suit, so he's going to attempt, I guess he's going to attempt to get out of the water, away from these creatures' grasp, and take off down the hall as fast as he possibly can. We're going to evade this creature. I have 4 agility. I'm going to commit Unrelenting, and I'm going to seal some tokens on it. Oh, I should have looked at the the scenario card. Let's do that now, shall we? What is the scenario card? -1 for skulls, -3 if there are 4 or more Hanathle locations in play that are unflooded. We don't have any. Occultist -3. If you fail, place a doom on the agenda. -4 for the tablet. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Cthulhu. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I'm going to try that right now. Hey, Crosshair, watch this. Seal a +1, seal a 0, seal a 0. Bam! Cthulhu coming in hot with the knowledge. And the Elder Thing, of which there are now 2, is -5. If you fail and there is a key on your location, take a horror. Well, there isn't, so I don't want to fail this, so I guess I'll put in the courage and I'll... Oh no, I'm 3 up, so that's okay. I'll draw 2 cards. Classic Dreams of the Deep situation. Can't commit that right now. Blech. So we'll go 5 to 2. Success. And I didn't need the cards, so I will bring them back to hand. Release the tokens! Horror. Silas manages to sprint, so to speak, past the creatures as he makes his way back out through the river, down a fork, away from where he came in, the gateway. I'm going to move down, and then I guess I'm going to attempt to investigate, because I really don't want this Dreams of the Deep to go off. I have to take 2 damage, which could just go on the memento and the diving suit, but... So that was the few. I'm going to go left and down to this tidal tunnel here, second action. This is the underwater cavern. We remember these. It becomes fully flooded. Silas takes off down the corridor and finds himself in a narrowing hallway, ending in a tunnel that vanishes underwater. With his diving suit, he feels, relatively safe, and decides to jump in to escape the creatures. Probably they won't be able to fit down this tunnel, right? Probably. Last action. I'd love to get rid of the Dreams of the Deep. What am I... Can I pass a test here? Do I want to pass a test here? Yes. Yes, I can. I'm gonna... Perhaps a little controversially, I'm gonna use the key ring to investigate this location. Because it has 2 shroud, so now it has 0 shroud. I'm gonna commit Dreams of the Deep, and I'll commit Unrelenting again, just for the card draw. The reason I'm doing this here, just mechanically speaking, is it is only possible to fail against difficulty 0 test if you draw the auto fail. So my stat is currently 1. Dreams of the Deep is subtracting, but Unrelenting is adding, which is good. So I'm currently 1 to 0. Silas, safe enough in his diving suit, takes a moment to glance around. Well, that's a good point, Cthulhu. Thank you. When any amount of damage would be placed on you, place it on the diving suit. I could place both damage on the precious memento, which, I'm still going to try to get rid of this right now because, no rest for the wicked, so to speak. But Silas, here down in the depths, so far down that the light does not reach, he is still moving forward. The key in his hand that he is sure fits some lock down here in the city of the Elder Things draws him forward, and yet all around him are echoes of his past. The deep gate, the creatures that dwell beyond it. He's been here before, or perhaps he is to be here again soon. It's unclear. 1 to 0. Okay. So it's -5, but I don't fail because I end up with a score of 0. So, bueno. Release those tokens. I get the clue. And I succeeded, so I lose a key from the keyring. Upkeep phase. Hydra's brood readies and is now on the hunt for Silas Marsh, trying to find its way to him. Upkeep draws us a meat cleaver. What's up, Jacob Morrison? Which feels pretty good. I'm going to try to order this stuff a little bit better here. And a Favor of the Sun. I should be mentioning what I'm drawing, but, it doesn't matter for story purposes. Trust me. We good. We go back to the mythos phase. Silas is headed through the underwater cavern, out the other side. We're gonna... yeah, it's Argana for sure, Crosshair. Silas is venturing further, deeper into the tidal tunnels, hoping desperately to avoid... let's shuffle that deck again. Hoping desperately to avoid more of the creatures. And in that moment, a horrific fear overtakes him. He awoke only a few days before in one of the pits beneath the Falcon Point Lighthouse. Horrific creatures around him, water rising, threatening to drown him. And he couldn't even remember who he was, what he was doing there. What power here in Innsmouth is keeping him from this? What power is keeping him from his own mind? Revelation, test will or intellect 4. If you reveal an elder thing, you automatically fail. For each point you fail by, choose and discard a card from your hand. Well, yeah, no, it's not very nice. I can lucky to pass it slightly better. Yeah, exactly right, Cthulhu. I don't think it's worth really putting a bunch in here. I may just lose some cards instead, so I'm gonna... No, actually it is, because I can pull it back to hand. So I'm gonna commit this unexpected courage to go 4-4, and, you know, wish me luck and all that. Oh! -1. So we'll leave it committed, and we'll pass with lucky. Silas grips the sides of the cavern wall, taking very deep breaths. It's claustrophobic, it's terrifying, and his mind threatens to disappear on him again. But he, through sheer force of will, is able to retain control. It's back to us, and we're moving on. We're looking for keys. We're looking for anything, basically. Dark Abyss. Naturally, where he emerges on the other side is a cave, and he is grateful for, if not the light, then at least the open space. Forced. After Dark Abyss is revealed, randomly choose one of the set-aside face-down keys and put it on Dark Abyss without looking at it. 2 shroud, 1 clue. Forced. After the last clue is discovered from Dark Abyss, it becomes fully flooded. Increase the flood level of each location connected to Dark Abyss. Not nice, but we need the clue so that we can pick up the key. That's just how it kind of do. I have 2 resources. Oh, from Lucky. I think we're gonna get this clue. Second action. Let's have a look at this art here, right? The Dark Abyss appears to be a cave through which something is slithering, which is... Yeah, well, that's it, Crosshair. I mean, we're going to end up beneath the ocean, so if we didn't have the suit, I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do. I don't know how we're going to breathe down there, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We're going to investigate this location. I'm going to go 2-0. Do I commit quick thinking to this? Did I pull something back? I did not. No. If I commit this, I will be 3-0, and I have to pass by 2. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We'll save it for later. Leave it to Beaver. Emerging in this cave, Silas stalks kind of up onto what he assumed was solid ground, but it is squishy, feeling a bit like flesh beneath the boots of his diving suit, and stops short when he comes to the edge of the world. The ground gives way beneath him into a pit, an abyss that seems to go on forever. We're going to investigate again 2-0 with the old keyring. +1. Success. Yeah, that's just how that goes. If the keyring goes away, I get the clue and the key. Let's have a look. We'll see what the key is. It's the black key. After the last clue is discovered, it becomes fully flooded. Increase the flood level of each location connected to Dark Abyss. Well, that's not very nice, but it is what it is. Shining his flashlight, or his sort of built-in... Not bad, Agnes. Not bad. Well, 3 out of 4 is pretty good, Crosshair, especially if we're kind of, you know, not taking the... I mean, I think the effect, the like, bleh, is probably better than the actual number. I like this, Agnes. This is good. Turning back towards the water, Silas is horrified to find that the level of the tunnel behind him has shifted. Like an animal. It withdraws briefly and then surges, and he vanishes beneath the waves once more, moving on, hoping, against hope, to find something. The black key represents a key of obsidian used to activate the many traps within the City of the Deep. That sounds That sounds particularly useful. That sounds really useful. Silas finds himself caught on something. In a panic, he looks down, and there's a shard of purest black obsidian. He picks it out of the ground, assuming it to be just some worthless rock, but the stone pulses in his hand and calls to him. Let's continue moving. Last action. Oh! It's another Dark Abyss. Randomly choose one of the set-aside keys. Well, that should have been... I'm sorry, that really... They should be upside down. Yeah, well, it is what it is, right? Actually, that worries me, because now I think these are probably right side up, yeah. So I'll just do that. We knew that there were red, yellow, and green keys. I didn't know what the last one was, so... From the abyss into the abyss! Classic Saturday. Silas rushes back into the water, and the darkness of it, you know, banished only by the light from his diving suit helmet, threatens to engulf him completely. He sloshes through the water, pushing desperately to find a way out. When he eventually surfaces, it looks like the exact same cavern once more. Did he return to where he was? Did he find his way to the other side of this abyss? Enemy phase, Hunter's Hunt. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to send the brood down here. Hydra's brood is going to go down to the underwater cavern because they are on Silas's trail. Upkeep draws us a card, gains us a resource. Signum Crucis feels useful. Potentially very useful. We go to 3 out of 6 Doom. Silas looks around this strange location, trying against hope, or hoping against hope, to find any landmarks that might indicate whether he is back where he started or whether this is indeed a different cave. We draw an encounter card. It's Hydra's brood. Sure, yeah, it's the other one. Creatures emerge from the water. Oh, sorry, no, they do not. They emerge from the abyss. The abyss is so dark and so deep that Silas assumed it was simply a drop into nothingness, perhaps down to the core of the earth. Hollow, empty, and terrifying. He can see now the slightest ripples on the surface of the water, much closer than originally thought, as creatures emerge from it. Oh, this spawns at the Lair of Hydra or the gateway to Hanathle, whichever is further from you. So they spawn at the gateway. Hunter, after they engage you, if Hydra's in play, place a Doom on Hydra or Hydra attacks. Okay, so actually it's not good, but they're slightly further away. I'm a little concerned about how much, like, stuff is happening here, but, yeah, you know. Okay. So we've got this key to the city. We've got this onyx shard, which has to do... See in a sec, Cthulhu. Yeah, very potential. I'm going to have to deal with them as soon as I can. If I have some sort of 3 damage solution, that'll be good. I think the meat cleaver is going to be clutch here. Well, maybe not clutch, but, you know, it's going to be useful. So useful, in fact, that I'm going to put it down right now. Despite the fact that Jacob Morrison would be good, too. Oh, hi, Ripley. Silas listens as creatures far below him emerge from the water as he starts to back away. They haven't reached him yet, but clearly there are guardians of this place that are as frightening, more frightening than the others so far. There's a key here. I need to discover this clue. I have 2 intellect against the 2 shroud of this location. I don't want to use sharp vision if I don't have to. But maybe I do. And then, you know, if I could get my action back and continue on. Clutch the cleaver, destroy thine enemies. Weirdness, you always know just what to say. You always know just what to say, Weirdness. Let's save real quick here. Yeah, I think that's the only way I'm going to get clues right now, so best case scenario, let's dump in a sharp vision. I'm investigating at 5 to 2. Silas peers out from within the diving helmet, again, desperately searching for a way out of this horrific place, back to the gateway, back and on to where he needs to be. I need this to pass, so I will keep it committed. I will score a clue, a key, which we know is green. We'll look at that in a second. And it does the thing again. Forced. It becomes fully flooded. Everything around it gets more flooded. The water, it's rising again. What does Silas find this time on a small altar? A trophy, proving one's worthiness to enter Hanethle and commune with its deities. A small, squat, ancient statue, perhaps a deep one. It looks like a human fish monster, a hybrid, rests on a small altar surrounded by candles, long since extinguished, of course. It calls to Silas in a voice that is ancient and somehow completely understandable. It calls to him and it tells him that he is worthy to enter Hanethle. You of the marshes. You of Innsmouth. The true inheritor of the marsh secrets. It seems to know Silas, and he reaches out, picks up the trophy, and pockets it. Let's keep moving, shall we? Gonna move up to Tidal Tunnel. Okay, it's underwater cavern. There's a clue here. It says action move. Oh, it becomes fully flooded. Boop. Action move from underwater cavern to any flooded cave location. That doesn't really help me, but I also don't need this, so Silas is going to dive into the cavern and continue along up to this tidal tunnel. Hey! We recognize this, don't we? This is Tidal Pool. After it is revealed, choose one of the set-aside face-down keys and place it on Tidal Pool. It gets additional shroud when it's flooded, which it is not currently, so it's 3 shroud, 1 clue, and 1 key. I really hope so, Crosshair. I really hope so. That was the last action. He emerges once more in one of these strange, open, low rooms, the moonlight shining in through a hole in the ceiling of this cave, illuminating a pool, pristine, almost man-made, teeming with life and color and beauty. Silas is once again shocked that anything so beautiful could exist here in this place. In the enemy phase, the Hydra's brood hunts. This one goes east. This one also goes east as they attempt to get towards Silas. Upkeep draws me a card and gains me a resource as well. Yes, Ripley. A resourceful. That's particularly useful. I could replay the key ring. Ripley, where are you? Oh, there you are. What a cutie. All right, there you go. We go to 4 out of 6 doom. And my encounter card is the following. Thalassophobia. Silas, I think I'm actually gonna, this is gonna surge, right? If no investigators are at flooded locations, it gains surge. Yeah. So, straight up, this is gonna surge, but thalassophobia is the fear of, I don't think it's the fear of the sea so much as it is the fear of, like, deep oceans. It's that sense of, maybe it is oceans, I don't know. But it is the depths to which the ocean sinks that terrifies people. It's sort of, there we go. Fear of the ocean or other large deep bodies of water, the vastness, the emptiness of the ocean, the sea creatures, or both. It's different from aquaphobia, which is the fear of water. This is going to surge, though, because I'm not at a flooded location. But standing in this strange room with the beautiful tidal pool, Silas is reminded of how quickly things can disappear. And in fact, as he thinks that thought, he can almost watch his mind crack under the strain. Test Intellect 3. If you reveal a tablet, you fail. If you fail, take 2 damage. Well, is this worth putting a single bless in the bag? Well, I can bring it back to hand, so maybe it is. Perhaps it be. I could also, like, Crucis resourceful, quick thinking, but like I'm not gonna pass by 2, so it's probably fine. Yeah, I'm gonna just bring this back to hand when I fail. But because it adds a single bless, I don't really see the reason not to. Silas says his prayer, the mantra of sailors everywhere. Guide me through the storm at night. He prays to the patron saint of sailors as he looks up, trying to blink away the images just at the edges of his mind as his consciousness begins to split. We're testing a 3-3. Elder Sign +0. You may commit a skill from your discard pile to this test after... Okay. You may commit a skill to this test, and then it comes back to hand. Well, I'm going to commit Sharp Vision, and I'm going to take Signum Crucis back to hand. That feels good. Silas, the prayer immediately fills him with some modicum of hope. And being in this beautiful place, he realizes once more that perhaps this... What do I want to say here? Perhaps Silas Marsh, what the totem called out to him, perhaps he is special in some way. He is a Marsh, after all. It's a long and storied family in Innsmouth, but Silas never heard tales of many of the people in his family, his ancestors, other than being founders. But to what extent are they wrapped up in the conspiracy? To what extent have they been corrupted by these creatures, these deep ones, this Dagon, this Hydra? Ripley, whatever. Ripley wants to be on the stream. He manages to calm his mind enough to take a deep breath and get ready to move on. We're going to do the thing where we investigate this location, which I think is going to be good. I have... Let's see. I have 2 intellect against the 3 of this location. Would resourceful be useful here? Not yet. Might be useful later. I'm going to commit Sharp Vision. Silas is going to search in this tidal pool. Again, the way the moonlight is hitting it, the way that it is teeming with small fish life, totally impossible, unless it somehow becomes flooded every once in a while and then the waters recede and he just happens to be lucky. He's going to investigate and look into this tidal pool once more. 5-2. That's fine. Success? I'm sorry, it's 5-3, isn't it? So actually that is a fail. That's disappointing. Not much I can do about that. Well, now we're in a lot of trouble, actually. It really is. Numerous and plentiful. Do I commit, like, everything else? Signum Crucis to add a bless. That's just not very good. Ripley. Oh, dear. If the little image of Silas behind me falls over suddenly, there's a cat pushing it over. Just, bear with me. It probably isn't going to fall over. Probably. Okay. Silas is going to have to come back here, I think. Do I just sit here and draw cards? That doesn't feel very useful. What do I do? We could await the arrival of Hydra's brood, and then just start chopping it up. Actually, we could just draw cards. Hope for the best, see what happens. Well, Crosshair, I wonder if the lair's even here. We gotta go through the gateway still, right? We're not even in Hanithley. I don't know what that is, but like the gate, we gotta unlock the gateway, so maybe once we do that, the other locations will arrive. I hope not, for my sake. So I have 2 actions left. I need this clue, but I don't have much to do, so I will draw a card. Another Favor of the Sun. Not particularly useful right now. I'm going to take a resource last action. Also very exciting, I know. But we're going to need those. In the enemy phase, the hunters, they hunt. This brood of Hydra is investigating through the abyss where Silas was, whereas this one, suddenly Silas turns and finds behind him that crew of very silent deep ones that seem to almost float as they start to head towards him, bearing their fangs. After Hydra's brood engages you, if Hydra is in play. It is not, but I take a horror. I'm going to put it shabam right on Precious Memento. Sorry, Precious Memento. Upkeep draws us a card, gains us a resource. It's Perseverance. I'm going to put that right over there, and I hope I don't lose it. We go to 5 out of 6 dooms. Silas readies his blade behind his back, trying to count how many of the creatures there are and whether he could possibly drive them off. Of course. This is the lurking deep one. I take a damage. I'm going to put it directly on Precious Memento as well. Hey, now we're in big trouble. Because now we're doing all sorts. Oh, actually, no, because I can, like, get stuff back and I can do all sorts of things that I need to do. As Silas is trying to view these creatures coming in, floating through the air, exactly, it's Team Rocket. From behind him, a gurgling sound. He turns and witnesses another one of these creatures fast on its feet, moving towards him. He readies his blade and gets ready. Well, he readies his blade and gets ready to attack. Let's do this. I wanna knock these guys to the floor. We're gonna spend this whole turn probably smashing. Yeah, killing. I shouldn't say smashing. It's weird. Let's do it. Let's fight the lurking deep one. Silas takes the... Oh, Ripley. Oh, God, if I lose... Hang on, I'm going to save. No, Ripley. Don't break anything. She's right on a power bar. Ripley. There you go, buddy. Here, yeah, you want to be on the stream, don't you? Oh, fluff. You're big fluff. You're big fluff. Do you want to see how Silas Marsh is doing? It's going to be a long scenario. Mwah. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Off. Oh, boy. She's... Exactly, RJ. She's like, are you going to feed me or not? Thing is, RJ, she's like really, really, really nice and sweet sometimes, you know? Like, she's never rude or anything. She's very nervous, very anxious cat. But yeah, whenever I put her on camera, she's always like, oh, you're streaming again. Oh, okay. Silas is going to take the blade and, faster than lightning, swing it straight at the gills of this creature. He doesn't want to get them caught within the gills, but he's hoping to kind of crush its windpipe. Let's party. Fight. I'm taking a horror, putting it on me so that I have 3 sanity remaining, which means I now have +2 combat, 6 combat to 2. Yeah, 6 to 2, and I am going to also commit quick thinking to this test. Yes. 7 to 2. -2 is a success. I'll keep quick thinking committed so that I can get the action back. Feels good. Not only does the blade perfectly kind of slice open the creature's neck as it gurgles and falls to the floor. I'm going to heal. I can heal a horror. Yeah, I will. Not only that, but he's already spun all the way around to once again confront the brood of these other creatures that are still moving towards him ever so slowly. Let's attack these guys now. That sounds like a good time. Oh, thank you. Yes, I succeeded by 2 or more, so I can heal a damage from the memento. I always forget there's, just again, because some folks in the chat are probably, you know, quite interested in the game. There's Precious Memento from a former life and Precious Memento from a future life, and they basically do the opposite of each other. You can only have one, well, you can have one of each in your deck if you so choose, but you can't have 2. So, yeah, it says limit 1 Precious Memento from a future life per your deck, and This one says, when you fail, heal horror. When you succeed, heal damage. And the other one says the other way around. So it depends a bit on, if you have someone who's going to be taking a lot of horror, but they succeed a lot, you'd want the other one, for example. I thought this one was more appropriate for Silas, for whatever reason. The talisman around his neck thrums with some power as the blade slices the creature's neck. He turns and gets ready to face these creatures, shouting his war cry, leaping towards them. Have I put a damage on me? No, I haven't. So I'm fighting at 6-3. I'm going to commit Resourceful this time, because I have a feeling that's going to be nice, which is 7-3. No. Boo. That's really booey. And I failed, but, well, not by 2 or more, but also it's already exhausted, so I can't do that. From yay to nay. I'll take the Resourceful back to hand, at least, so I don't lose it. Oh, hello, Cthulhu. Welcome back. Cthulhu, I quick-thinkinged a Lurking Deep one, and now I'm taking my whole turn to smash through this Hydra's Brood because I just drew a -5. I failed. There is a key on my location, so I take a Horror, which I will put on the Memento. Let's just use the regular attack here. Gut, Bat, Gill. We're fighting 6-3. I'm going to recommit Resourceful to fight 7-3. That's, oh my god. Okay, that's good. We did it. So Resourceful goes off and grabs me a Survivor card. What do I have in here? Unrelenting? Yes. Yes. Lucky. I'm taking Unrelenting. Yeah, that feels good. That was 1 damage this time. One of the creatures stumbles back, felled by a blow to the chest from Silas. The others dash in from either side. Again, not saying anything, making hardly a sound, their faces glowing with some sort of inner demonic light. Last action. I'm going to regret it. I'm going to try to... I could evade them, but I want to just get rid of this. So I'm going to take a Horror, put it on me, to fight at 6-3 and hopefully defeat them. I'm going to commit Unrelenting this time. The point of it was to draw cards. 7-3. I'm doing it. I feel like cards are useful. Yeah, cards are useful. 6-3. Am I putting anything else in? No. 7-3. Silas yells again, bringing his blade up out of the one creature's chest and down onto the head of the other, hoping to strike hard enough, draw enough blood to drive the rest of this brood away. 7-3. Wish me luck. Son of a bitch. I suppose that was bound to happen. Particularly bad. Yeah, particularly bad. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, welcome to my world, Cthulhu. I'm curious, Cthulhu, if my luck will be different off-stream playing this game. I feel like I've played a lot off-stream, and it is better, I think. Okay. So, I failed. I have a key. Ah! This is very bad, isn't it? Yeah. There's a key on my location, so I have to take a Horror, so I have to kill the Memento. And in enemy phase, I have to take a Horror. Oh yeah, no, this is really bad. Holy shit, we're in big trouble already. This is Act 1. What a nightmare. As this Hydra's Brood makes its way up, Silas begins to feel his crosshair. We failed again. Classic. Crosshair. Silas feels his mind beginning to crack as the creatures simply keep coming, emerging from cracks in the wall here and there. Keep faith. Keep faith. I don't have a window yet. Well, I took so much horror. Yeah, it was another Elder thing, Crosshair. Agenda 1B. Maelstrom mutation. The waters continue to roil in ebullient energy, as if somehow alive. Oh my god, you're right. Cthulhu. Sorry. Let's go back. Let's... This would defeat me, so I will play Perseverance, taking me down to 1, and then I'll upkeep back to 2. I think this is... Sorry, thank you, Crosshair Cthulhu. I think this is the right play. Because I want the Perseverance. I could potentially even get the Perseverance back at some point. But I don't want to just lose everything. How bad would that be? Okay. Yeah, so Crosshair, while you were away, I took a horror to defeat the creature, drew a elder thing, which dealt me a horror. Then in the enemy phase, oh no, I still take 1, don't I? Yes, I still take 1 in the enemy phase, because taking the horror from the token effect and taking 1 in the enemy phase are 2 different instances. Oh, just for 1. How lame is that? Oh my god, what a nightmare. Well, I hope we fail some skill tests. At least we'll be able to start passing soon, which is good. Back to the agenda. The waters continue to roil in ebullient energy, as if somehow alive. With each passing moment, the sea grows more and more volatile. Stranger still are the monstrous creatures that now prowl the dark waters. Not like before, those were regular creatures. Creatures that defy all laws of nature. Shuffle the set-aside Loigor enemy and the set-aside Aquatic Abomination into the encounter deck, along with the discard pile. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. I don't want to see them. Please don't make me see these things. Thank you so much. Agenda 2A, Celestial Alignment. Even this deep beneath the surface of the ocean, you can tell that your time is running short. You feel the pull of the tide as it courses through the water. Every bone in your body quakes. The walls breathe as though alive. Same forced effect, which I'm ignoring because of the diving suit. 8 doom, and we have to draw an encounter card. Yeah, Ripley, I know it's an encounter card. Tidal Alignment. Choose investigator. Choose a location where there is an investigator. Increase its flood level. Well, that kind of sucks. As the tides rush in, Silas can feel them, pulling, tugging towards that gateway to Hanathlay. Perhaps the water is being drawn in so that it can then be pushed out with force. Ripley. Increase the location's flood level. Each investigator at that location takes a damage. Yeah. Come on, Ripley. Down. Fine. Here, actually, come on. Let's go out. Hey! We've returned! Yeah, it's bad. Oh, actually, it's super bad because I can no longer kill Hydra's brood in 1 action. Unless I evade, play Jacob Morrison, yada yada yada. I have to take a damage. I'm going to put it on the memento because I'm going to probably lose the memento soon. And that's fine. We go back to the investigation phase. Keep faith. I can't play Jacob Morrison. And I can't even play... What a nightmare. And I can't even Favor of the Sun. I could take Heart. Well, I think we're evading. Right? We're evading, we're getting this clue, and we're running away. Yeah, that's the plan, right? That's the plan. We're going to evade this creature. We're going to run. And you're going to all wish me a lot of luck. As I commit a Favor of the Sun to this test, Silas, seeing that these creatures are in no way, unable to see his way out, he decides he's going to have to escape. The tidal pool marks a potential... It's a risk, but it's a potential escape point. If these creatures don't want to disrupt what's in it, perhaps he can use it to get up and over. We're going to evade the Hydra's brood I have 4 evade, 5 with the favor of the sun. Yep. Let's party. 5 to 2. That's good. That's evaded. I succeeded by 2 or more, but I don't want to heal a damage from the precious memento, just in case I get a chance to heal horror from it. So evaded. Second action, we're going to investigate here. Get this clue, get this, whatchamacallit, key, hopefully. It has 4 shroud. I'm going to commit Signum Crucis. 2 more bless in the bag. Sharp vision. 2 intellect, 3 with Signum Crucis, 4, 5, 6 with sharp vision, 6 to 4. Yeah, I don't also want to commit Take Heart. I could, I guess. What if I do? If I do commit Take Heart, we've run out of music, eh? Yeah. If I do commit Take Heart and fail, but I want to get out of here. This is the thing. I want to move and just, like, keep moving. So, yeah, let's try this. 6 to 4. Wish me luck. As Silas rides out of the way of these creatures who are just a little too slow, just missing him, he steps up and into the tidal pool, hoping to get out the other side. 6 to 4. Fuck me. Classic. Should have committed Take Heart. I'm going to pull the Sharp Vision back to hand. Oh, but I did heal. Yes, it is. Thank you. That's a horror heal. I mean, my God. Okay. I'll leave that. We have 1 action left. I can't stay here because I'm going to take horror from the brood as it comes in. So Silas is going to run. I have to go back for that key at some point. This is the underground river. It cannot be fully flooded. It's got clues and victory points and whatever. I don't think I need those right now. So at least I've managed to get away for now. I'll have to come back, but, you know, hopefully there'll be a way to zip in and, you know, get the thing done. Silas takes a deep breath and lets it out with a sigh as he realizes he is once again safe. For now, we upkeep into Eucatastrophe. Eucatastrophe is a card I got with I hope so, Cthulhu. Although I think I've seen 2 now, so I'm not sure how many there are. Eucatastrophe is an event, a survivor event for 3 XP. Eu is of the Greek root, meaning like good or great or whatever. So this is a good catastrophe. Mutated means that the text has been changed by the taboo list. Fast, play when you reveal a chaos token that would reduce your skill to 0 during a skill test, including the tentacle. Cancel it, treat it as an elder sign, remove Eucatastrophe from the game. Pre-taboo, it used to just say, treat it as an elder sign, and then it goes in your discard pile. Someone like Silas, this is disgusting, because his elder sign allows you to commit a resourceful, you would get this back, you can just keep doing this forever, as long as you have the resources and stuff. Silas can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully it will be enough to help him survive. We go to 1 out of 8 doom on the new agenda. I don't know. And we draw an encounter card. Oh, come on. Incredible. Each deep 1 at each connecting location engages you. Well, it looks like we're going to be dealing with some baddies, my friends. Woo! The creatures emerge from the water. Silas is blindsided by how quickly they move. Unable to get away or around them, he simply shivers, readying his blade again. Is this where his journey will end? Their forced effect is when they engage you if Hydra is in play. It is not. So I think we're going to be doing some fighting and some evading. Not loving it. I'll be honest with you. It is an assault of deep ones. I'm going to see if I can kill this Hydra's brood. I think that's important to do. If I put the horror on the memento, I'm fighting at 6-3. It's not great. I'd love Jacob, but I don't think I can play him. I'm going to commit Take Heart to this test. And I'll just evade, I guess, if I have to. Oh, it's a little loud, eh? 6-3. Silas brings the heavy blade down on the creature closest to him emerging from the water. Okay, I'll take Heart back to hand. Successful. Heal a horror from me. I don't want to use Memento to heal the damage yet, because I've got a lot more leeway there. One of the Hydra's broods is dead. The second one we're going to evade. 4-2. It's kind of the best I can do. I'm not committing Eucatastrophe. Yeah, I'm just going to have a couple kicks at the can as we try to evade this creature. Oh god. Wish me luck. 4-2. Okay, there's no key on my location, so at least I don't take a horror from it. And I did fail by 2 or more, so I'm going to heal a horror here. Silas is able to smash in the skull of one of the creatures, which goes limp and floats back down the underwater river out towards its destiny. But there are more crawling up over the edges. This seems to be some sort of elite guard of Hanethle, and Silas is completely at a loss as to what to do. Super clutch? I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to evade again. Yep, I'm going to evade while I wait to get my resources back. Do I commit Take Heart in the hopes that I fail? Should have committed there. I don't really want to waste Take Heart, but yeah, because there are other tests that I'll probably fail, right? So let's go. Hang on, actually, first of all, let's come on, Chaos Bag. You've got like 7 bless in there. Let's go. 4-2. +1. Silas manages to step away, kick their little claws away from the edge as he starts to head back the way he came, terrified that there are things he does not understand. Enemy phase, no enemies to hunt. Upkeep draws me a card and gains me a resource. It's bandages. I mean, yeah, I guess. I can't give you a blessed token. Well, that's okay, because that means there's more blessed tokens for later, right? I can't believe how low on time we are. Like, we're at 2 out of 8 Doom. I still need a red key and a yellow key? And we need it for leg injury. You're absolutely right, Cthulhu. Leg injury. We go to 2 out of 8 Doom. Silas looks on as the creatures manage to emerge in front of him. Thalassophobia. Each investigator at a partially flooded location takes 1 horror. Well, that's going straight on Precious Memento. Sorry, buddy-o. Bye! Now this, I believe, is a good time to put down a Favor of the Sun. Right away. Oh, God. Oh, I see. Oh, cool! 4 in the bag, 3 on the thing. Well. Very cool. Favor of the Sun is fast, so I can just kind of play it. Seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, Silas decides to call upon the power of the sun. This syzygy, this alignment of celestial bodies, is clearly powerful, and while he cannot fight the tides and the creatures, the Marsh family seems to have some sort of relationship to not the moon and the tides, but the sun and its power. We're going to evade, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Oh, I have to pay resources for the favor, hey? Let's 4-2. I do. Don't I, though? 4-2. And I'll commit Take Heart, but I'll take it back if I pass. I pass, take it back. That's fine. That's okay. So, pass. And we're going to exactly crosshair. The sun shines through it all. I passed by 2, But again, I don't really care about healing the damage for now. Although, I don't plan on failing this round, so... Yeah, I don't plan on failing, so I will heal the damage from it. And then the sun expands and destroys all... Hey, no spoilers, Crosshair. It's like an alternate dimension. He continues on. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, return... No! There's the underwater cavern that I can use to travel at least further that way, which will be good. So we'll head back to this tidal pool, annoyingly. And last action, we are going to investigate here. Are we not? Spoilers for the next couple million years. So it has a shroud of 4. Exactly. I have a feeling that's this bad boy. It has a shroud of 4. I'm investigating at 2. I can boost to 5. I think I'm going to take heart this test. So I'm just going to test it. I don't want to draw an Elder Thing. I really don't want to draw an Elder Thing. So in fact, what am I doing? I'm just going to investigate and release a Bless. Boom! +2 puts me at 4 to 4. So I get the clue. And the key, which is the red key, which I will look up momentarily. Silas manages to escape from the creatures and their oppressive silence down the hall. He heads back to the tidal pool, realizing that the... Yes! Oh, of course I do. Of course! Thank you, Cthulhu. That does make sense. I released it to the bag, but no, because there's no, like, remove or whatever, but that's okay. Oh, I love it. Yay! Oh, and yes, thank you, Crosshair, as well. I have to use the Covenant, the scroll. Yeah, so I don't reveal another thing. Okay. Back in this tidal room, Silas realizes indeed the power of the sun is leading him. The light coming in from the hole in the roof of this cave is not just the moon, it is also the sun. There's a mixture of them both. Red, information regarding the otherworldly route to Hanathlay and the secrets that lie within. In the water in front of him, the outlines of the coral at the bottom of the tidal pool, Silas can see that it makes a sort of map, and he maps it in his mind, hoping that he can remember enough details to carry him through. Upkeep draws me a card and gains me a resource. It's lucky. We ready the brood. And I guess we're gonna see about getting around to Mythos face. We go to 3 out of 8 Doom. And my encounter card is Fractured Consciousness. This isn't too bad. I'm not worried about this too much. I have 2 intellect. Seeing this map within the tidal pool, this sort of outlines of streets, paths, walls, buildings even, winding pathways through the city of the Ancient Ones. Silas can feel his mind cracking. Has he been here before? I'm going to commit Take Heart to this test. 2 to 3. Yeah, that's a skull. -1. There are no Hanathlay locations in play, so it's just a -1, but I'll take it. I have to take 2 damage. Yep, putting them both on Memento. Suck it, Memento. And I failed by 2, so I'm gonna... Because I don't... Am I gonna put 1 on the diving suit? No, right? Because... Somewhere, Keanu weeps. The suit, I'm gonna have to put damage on it because of... Oh, actually, yeah. Fucking... Bandages and leg injury are gonna be an ass and a half to deal with, but that's okay. So we failed. We took the 2 damage. It went on the Memento. I failed by 2, so I healed a horror off of Memento. Thank goodness. The Fractured Consciousness calms enough that Silas is able to move away from that place. Very simple turn, I think. Move to the cavern. Move to the underground river over here. And I'm not going to move up to the tidal tunnel because I don't want to deal... Did I not do that, Cthulhu? That was the whole point. There we go, thank you. This was right, of course. I remember what I did. Well, I think I'm going to need the bandages, but I think Jacob Morrison's going down first. Last action. Put Jacob down. More soak, and an ability that is now particularly useful. Silas ventures back down through the underwater cavern, hoping to emerge somewhere far, far away from the creatures that are stalking him. He can feel his knowledge expanding. He has this relic that's telling him he's worthy. He has a key. He has a sort of map and this shard of obsidian. Perhaps this is enough to enter into the city of the Elder Things. Enemy phase, I'm going to move Hydra's Brood, down to the gateway. Upkeep, we draw a card, we gain a resource. Oirika, not a bad card. We go to... we're in big trouble. 4 out of 8 Doom. We draw an encounter card. Sure, of course it is. It's a lurking deep one. It engages me. I take a damage. I'm going to put the damage on Jacob. Sorry, Jake. Sorry, Jakey. At least this is going to be somewhat easy to sort of deal with before we move on. Let's fight. Take a horror. Put it on Jacob. Sorry, bud. From the meat cleaver, Silas roars as the creature emerges in front of him. It doesn't even seem that threatening, but Silas's bloodlust is in his eyes, his heart pumping fast and loud as he attempts to strike the creature down. I have fewer than, 3 sanity remaining, so I have +2 combat, 6 to 2. -1, that's fine by me. Kill, heal a horror off of me. Hi, Jacob, how's it go? Oh, God, no! What have you done? We're gonna move up out of here into this last tidal tunnel. It is indeed a tidal pool, which has a clue. It also has +1 shroud while it is partially flooded, +2 shroud while it is... Thank you very much, Crosshair. I'm gonna get used to that by the end of the scenario. I did indeed pass by 2 or more, so I can heal a damage. Right? I did, right? I drew a minus... Yeah, I was up by 4. Yeah. Okay, cool. Choose one of the set-aside face-down keys. Oh my god. Silas bludgeons the creature to death, its shrieks echoing in his ears, but he can hear nothing except the pounding of blood as he rushes on. His ally, Jacob, in hot pursuit behind him. Jacob Morrison, the man who has accompanied him across much of his adventure, he realizes now, down in the depths beneath the Esoteric Order of Dagon, and on through, getting back through Innsmouth, and even here, Jacob has not left his side once. Last action, we're going to investigate. It's got 3 shroud. I have 2 intellect. I could commit Eureka and try it. And I could, let's just get in there. I'm going to commit Eureka, and look what I found to be 5 to 3. 5 to 3. It's so much easier to track things as a viewer. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Crosshair. 5 to 3. Bless. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't need to look what I found, but I'll keep the Eureka committed so that I can search the top 3. They're always in order, right? Now, why did I do that? That was foolish. I should have pulled them off the top. My apologies. Yeah, we want the resourceful. Or do we want the test of will? Test of will might actually... No. We want that so that we can keep the perseverance around or whatever. What? Now that's... Okay, that's new, Cthulhu. Like, I'm not sure how new, but... Oh, wow. Awesome. My gosh, look at this. Okay, we get the clue. We get the key. Silas manages to calm his rage long enough to recognize that he has found something of value. Yes, indeed. Well, I wonder how far it goes, Crosshair. 8? I mean, you can do 8? You can pull a few off, and then, so to speak, and then do the rest. A badge signifying one's allegiance to Hanathle and its deities. Silas proudly takes this badge from the pool, pins it to his chest. Oh, I see, Cthulhu. Yes, because I only have 8 cards left. Perfecto! He pins the badge to his chest, proudly. Turns back towards Jacob Morrison, who is looking at him, perhaps somewhat concerned. He nods, he says, "It's time. We're heading to Hanathle. Enemy phase, the brood hunts this way. Upkeep, we draw a card, we gain a resource. Unrelenting. Okay, how are we doing in terms of stuff here? We got these bandages down. Sharp vision, resourceful, unrelenting, lucky, eucatastrophe. I mean, just like so much stuff. I'm gonna have to hurry the hell up, though, if I want to do anything with this stuff. We go to 5 out of 8 doom. Silas is ready for what comes next. It is Tidal Alignment. Increase that location's flood level. I don't believe I... Yes, I can. Once again, the pull of the moon, Titus can feel it in the very core of his being as water floods past him, threatening to wash him away. Each investigator at that location takes a damage. I will put it on the memento, hoping to, once again, survive. We go back to the investigation phase. Very simple. I'm probably going to get messed up by the brood, but that's okay for now. Move once, move twice. 1 action left. Yeah, I'm going to do it. If each investigator is at doing the dirty work, this is so important. The memento around Silas's neck thrums with an ancient power. He could swear that he's never seen it look like this before. He remembers it. He's always had it on him from the time that he bought it in India to the present day, and yet, you know, an intervening time of years. And yet, on top of this image is overlaid one of a future that he does not understand. If each investigator is at the gateway to Hanathle, and the investigators possess the following keys, blue, red, yellow, and green, you may choose to advance. I'm not even going to look at the rest. Act 1B, to Hanathle. A maelstrom of currents tugs at your flesh as you cross through the gateway. When you emerge on the other side, you are no longer in the simple tidal caverns beneath Devil Reef, but inside a vast city within the depths. A city of otherworldly, alien architecture and, surprisingly, riches beyond your wildest imagination. Does Silas care about riches? I think we're going to find out. Remove each location other than Gateway to Hanathle from the game, or add them to the victory display if they have no clues, and I'm going to discard each card at those locations. Bam! Brood, gone. Flood tokens, away. I'm going to do this all here. I'm sure there's a way to kind of make this happen a little faster, but I'm taking this also as a bit of a break, to be honest. Ooh. Whoops. Suppose I have to actually, like, group it if I want to do anything, eh? Oh. Silas, you made it. I passed the first act. Neither of the victory point locations had no clues, so everything just gets removed from the game. It's fine by me. Put set-aside locations into play as shown in the campaign guide following the Act 2 setup instructions. Note, the number of Hanathle locations used and the arrangement varies depending on the number of investigators in the game. Well, that's bad. Yep, you betcha, Crosshair. Okay, set it up as below, and then if there is exactly one investigator in the game, remove the Hanathley location marked as C, sliding each of the 3 locations below it up, then remove A, then remove B. Okay, I'm going to set them up first, I suppose. Good lord. My god, what is happening? All right, okay. Hang on. Let's actually pull this over here, and we'll just do it like this. Because the gateway's at the top. What do we got? Hanathley locations and Sanctum locations. Okie dokie. It's Arkhammer time. Welcome, Roger Twy. Howdy, hello, and welcome to Domed. I said that wrong. Doomed. I'm just joking around. Wonderful to have you here. Okay, so 3 down. We've got the Lair of... So we're starting there. 1, 2, 3. Yes. We're going to be moving stuff up here. I understand this. 1. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. I was right. We're going to be moving stuff around shortly here, so bear with me whilst we do this setup. Woo! Burner. I think that's... Yeah, and then these guys go like so. Something like that, right? Perfecto. Okay. Then, if there's only one investigator in the game, remove C, sliding each of the 3 locations on the row below it. Upwards once. Oh, okay, so the lair and the... Whoop. Is that right? Remove A, sliding the 2 locations on this. Okay. So this guy also leaves, and this guy moves over. And then, presumably, we're going to remove B and slide these 2 things over. So now we have a much more manageable map. IMO. Okay, A, B, and C have been removed, so it makes some nice little rows. It's interesting. That's kind of a bit weird. Okay, Crosshair, I believe we've set up our map. We're starting at the gateway. Below us, there are Hanathley locations, Sanctums, and the Lair of Hydra, and the Lair of Dagon, the Sanctuary of Father Dagon, and the High Temple of Mother Hydra. I see a number of them enter play partially flooded or fully flooded, even whilst unrevealed. So that's a good time. I can kind of just see from here that they all look the same. So there's that. Lots of flooding. Oh, and we'll get that the hell out of here. Okay, each location should be adjacent to at least one other. Do not look at the revealed side of any location removed from the game. Well, I hope I didn't need those. Put the set aside Hydra enemy into play in the Lair of Hydra, deep in slumber, face up. Okay, so Hydra is deep in slumber. We'll look at her, question mark, shortly. Put the set-aside Dagon enemy into play in the Lair of Dagon. If Dagon still slumbers, he enters play deep in slumber side, face up. He still slumbers. I do not love this. We've kind of seen both of these guys. Let's remember here, Dagon, the elite ancient one, the father Dagon, he is slumbering, so he's immune to you can't do anything to him. Forced, at the end of the round, if an investigator is in the Lair of Dagon and Dagon is ready, place a doom on him. Action test will 4. If you succeed, either exhaust Dagon or remove a doom. If you fail by 3 or more, place a doom. Yuck. So this is a different Dagon from last time. Hydra, deep in slumber. Oh, horrific. Hydra is slumbering. She cannot attack or engage, yada, yada, yada. Forced, at the end of the round, if an investigator is in the lair and Hydra is ready, place a doom on her. Action test will 4. If you succeed, exhaust Hydra or remove a doom from her. Willpower, not my best stat. a little concerning. Okay. Act 2A, City of the Deep, version 1. Deep within the city of Hanithlay, the deep ones are... Hang on, actually, sorry. I need to just check something. There's something in the setup about this. Yeah, use City of the Deep version 1. Great. Deep within the city of Hanithlay. I think so, Cthulhu. I don't want them running around, being scary and stuff. We'll see, right? Deep within the city of Hanithlay, the Deep Ones are performing a ritual that will drown the earth under the seas. The only way to counteract this ritual is to unveil the depths and expose the city to the sky. Ooh. I'll read this. Free trigger. Remove a damage from an Ancient One at your location, or investigators at a lair spend a clue, decrease the flood level of any non-sanctum location in play. Okay. Objective. Stop the Deep One's ritual by draining the city. If each location in play is unflooded, advance. Yuck. So, to unflood things, we can free trigger remove a damage from an Ancient One if I'm at their location, or free trigger spend a clue if I'm at a lair. But it's any non-sanctum, and I have to unflood everything, and there are definitely sanctum locations, so I have to figure out how to do that. Yeah, I have to be at a lair. I have 5 clues. I should have had more clues. 5 clues will remove the floods from 4 Hanithlay locations. It's not bad. Hanithlay. Okay. I had 1 action left. I'm going to use it to descend into the depths. Silas, I had forgotten totally, like, what my board state is. Like, what is all this? Do I want to put down the bandages while I still have a sec? I'm going to put these keys here. I don't know what these keys are going to do for me right now, but hopefully something. I have an action... Oh, I should actually... Oh, no. I'm on this location. I have an action left. Should I put down bandages? Yes, because I'm going to draw a leg injury shortly. For sure. And I want to be able to clear that. So that's my last action. Enemies, no enemies on the board that aren't slumbering. Upkeep, draw a card, gain a resource. Nautical prowess. Naturally, Silas has spent much of his time living in and amongst, living on the ocean, learning its ebb and its flow, the way that it feels. And this will hopefully come in handy. To clarify Crosshair, I feel like I'm kind of rushing through rules and stuff. Rushing through rules. Stop the Deep One's ritual by draining the city. If each location in play is unflooded, advance. Fine. However, the free trigger says, do either of those things, decrease the flood level of any non-sanctum location. Which is concerning, because I don't know how to unflood... Oh, you got it. Okay, my bad. Sorry. I don't know how to unflood other locations. Mythos. We go to 6 out of 8 Doom, and we draw an encounter card. Silas is ready to head further into the deep. But of course, Dagon's brood... Oh, it spawns at the Lair of Dagon, because that's further from me. This is a hunter. After Dagon's brood engages you, if Dagon is in play, place a Doom on Dagon, or Dagon attacks you. Dagon can't engage, or can't attack, so I wouldn't be able to choose that option. So basically, after Dagon's brood engages me, I have to place a Doom on Dagon. I mean, that sucks. Alright. Well, guess I'm going to avoid him. Investigation phase begins. Silas in his suit, along with his friend Jacob Morrison, also besuited. They lower themselves down into the depths of Hanithlay. We shall swim out to that brooding reef in the sea and dive down through the black abysses to Cyclopean and many-columned Hanithlay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, sorry. This is the Vault of Riches. If you control the purple key, action. Place it on the Vault of Riches, then choose a non-elite enemy at any location, automatically evade it, and move it to the Vault of Riches. It is not ready during the next upkeep phase. Well, I don't control the purple key. That's not the one I have. So we're moving on. I want to see what these sanctums do. So I'm going to go left once. To the undersea corridors. 6 shroud, 0 clues. Silas is immediately bowled over by gold, jewels, perhaps sunken pirate treasure ships dating back hundreds of years. All the riches of the earth and of the ocean, all present in one place. This vault is calling to him, but he recognizes that that is simply greed speaking his name, not anything that he might actually need. And he moves swiftly on to the corridors that venture west. I agree. How is that location not fully flooded? Well, because, you know, there's like this much air at the top. Action, if you control the white key, place it on undersea corridors. I don't control the white key, so I'm moving on. We're gonna continue. I know I need clues. The question is whether I want to bother here. I don't think so. We're gonna continue to the Hanathlay Sanctum. Whoa. Aha! Submerged Temple. Ooh. This is a sanctum location. 5 shroud, 1 clue. Oh, I see. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's super fair, Cthulhu. Like, presumably, if you get in, there's air in there? I don't know. Deep under the ocean, the corridors venture out and bring Silas to a magnificent temple, reminding him of Mesopotamia or Egypt, places he's visited on his travels, but, you know. Each Deep 1 enemy at this location gets +2 fight because of the religious fervor, you know. Action, if you control the green key, place it on this location, and investigators here spend a clue. Automatically evade each Ancient 1 enemy. Oh, each Ancient 1 enemy. Unflood this location. For the remainder of the game, it cannot be flooded. Group limit once per game. Well, I have the green key and I have a clue. I don't really want to evade... I don't want to evade Hydra and Dagon because they don't do anything right now. Oh no, you can still invade them. Evade them. I see where this is going. But thankfully I have the... but I'm gonna need more clues. Cthulhu makes a good point about being able to heal. I'm wondering if I actually want to heal a damage. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to use the action here yet. Right? Because if I'm evading ancient ones, I'm going to want to do that later. Right? What I want to do actually is get down to the Lair of Hydra and the Lair of Dagon. And oh, yes, right. It's the act. I remember this now. Yeah, for sure. Free trigger, investigators at a lair spend a clue, decrease the flood level of any non-sanctum in play. So I think, like, my thought is that if I go to the Lair of the Hydra, I can spend free triggers to just get rid of all the flooding, at least for now, and then move back out and then go deal with the sanctums kind of one by one. I guess I'm probably going to end up with more flooded locations. It can't be flooded again. I'm going to hold off on this for now, at least. Ripperoni! Weirdness, it's true. I can investigate this location and get a clue here, but do I want to? No, not really. If I succeed by 2 or more, exhaust precious... I mean, I'm going to need the clues. So I should have got the 2 from Vault of Riches. So what I'm going to do... This is getting very interesting. All right, let's analyze. Do I want some more water before I do this? I want to think about it briefly and then get some water. And then take a little break as we get into Act 2. Okay. Stop the Deep One's ritual by draining the city. How do we drain the city? Well, we spend clues or remove damage from the Ancient Ones at their lairs. If I'm at their location, I have to, like, get out before doom is placed on them. Presumably, if enough doom is placed, then they will, you know, become awake. And that would be very bad. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. That's my thought, too. Are they all going to be exactly the same? I think so. Yeah, I think so. So I don't want to do that yet. I want to do that. I'd have too much suspense to play this one myself. Ooh, weirdness, what do we do? So I want clues so that eventually I can just come... Yeah, you gotta be careful, Roger Twy. Well, I mean, Silas said goodbye to his flesh and blood long ago, but, you know, he's still doing his best to at least end this, oh god, this ritual. Basically, I'm gonna want a bunch of clues so that I can get to the lair and just slam a bunch of them. Right? I can just slam all the clues to reduce flood levels. So I want to go around and get clues so that I have a bunch so that I can use the action abilities here. Yes, this is the plan. This is very, very true. Oh, no. Yeah, Cthulhu, for sure. I think what Crosshair is insinuating, which I tend to agree with, but we'll see, is that each of them will have the same action on it. If you control the blank key, place it on this location, and spend a clue as a group to do all the same things. Like, presumably, that's our thought. But we may be wrong. Oh, I don't want to come back here. Time is going to be of the essence. C'est vrai. So, let us do it. We will spend a clue. We will spend the green key. Ay-yoy. Where are you, green key? I'm just going to put it right there. That could be. Automatically evade each Ancient One enemy. That doesn't really do a lot for me right now, but, you know, I do agree that I think coming back here might be a mistake. I'll put a horror token on this location to show that it can't be flooded again. And that's our last action. Enemy phase. Guess who's back? It's Dagon's brood. Dagon's brood. Dagon and Hydra are slumbering for now, but their children are not. They are getting ready to invade the world of the living, the world on land. Upkeep draws me a test of will. Yep. I have 8 in hand. I'm gonna want that. As we go to 7 out of 8 doom. This is probably good. And we draw an encounter card. Oh, I hate this guy. Okay, this is the Deep One Bull. As Silas slowly places the statuette down on the altar of the temple and steps back, the altar shudders and accepts his gift as he turns around. The largest Deep One he has ever seen, hulking, 9 feet tall, stands before him. Its arms like tree trunks as it starts to move towards him. After Deep One Bull engages you, choose and discard a card from your hand. A card, huh? It's gonna be you, Jakey. Well, Deep One Christmas! Yay! Okay, I said I was going to take a break, and I think I will do so. And we'll try to get around and go that way, and we'll just, like, take a look at the other locations as we go. Because, look, if Silas is unable to do this, the whole world explodes, and I was specifically told not to die, go insane, or let the world explode. All right, I'm going to take a little break. I don't always, but sometimes I do. Lobby time. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and try to survive the apocalypse. See you in a sec. Hello, and welcome back once again to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. I, for one, welcome our new fishy overlords. Let's have a look at Hydra and Dagon, shall we? This is Hydra. She has a pretty epic mustache, which I love. I say, rock on. This is Dagon. He's got some sweet shoulder spikes. Oh, God, somebody help. What a beaut. Yeah, what a disaster. Okay. I mean, getting a clue from this location. Oh! Thank you. Board thing, much appreciated. Welcome to Doomed. Happy to have you with us. Real quick sum up. Silas the Sailor. He's ventured down into the depths below Devil Reef. He is trying desperately to reverse the ritual that will bring an end to all of mankind, or all of humankind, rather, as the world becomes flooded and the Deep Ones take over and kill everything. That's the plan. So, thank you. Your support means a lot in this trying time. Okay, we're back. What are we doing? What's the game plan? Did I draw an encounter card? Of course I did. It was the goddamn Deep One Bull, which I hate. 5 health is too much. I can't afford to deal with that, so I just have to evade it and move. Crosshair, if it gives me a choice, I'll put it to the test. I think it's their epic lovemaking that's going to destroy the world. I'm so sorry. I am truly, truly sorry. Now, I need clues, but I don't want to get them from 5 shroud locations if I can help it. So, we're going to start by... Oh, that's a good point, actually. Cthulhu mentions you could have a Noah's Ark situation, and the Daedra. High gone. Okay, let's evade. Huh? Yeah. Now, let's have a look here. I want to evade, and I want to use Resourceful to be able to pull some stuff back. What do I want? Take Heart, no. Signum Crucis, maybe. That's more Bless. I'm now in a position where I'm not quite so close to death anymore. Yes, I know, Max. Lucky is just a generally particularly useful card, but I have Jacob out. So maybe I do want Perseverance back. Yeah, just in case, right? Let's evade. 4-2, 5-2 with Resourceful. Coming in hot. Putting motion in the ocean. My God, what's that tsunami? Oh my God, it's the lovemaking of the Ancient Ones. Somebody help. We're going to evade the Deep One Bull. It stands at the entrance to this temple that Silas has just put his statue down in. He cannot fight this creature. It is far too large. He's going to attempt to dash out the side entrance and see if he can put some distance between it and him. 5-2. That's good enough for me. We evade the Deep One Bull, and we pull Perseverance back to hand. Feels good. I think that'll be useful, and then hopefully I get an Elder Sign at some point. Let's move down to this Hanathle Sanctum. In that lair of the Deep Ones we shall dwell amidst wonder and glory forever. 2 shroud, 1 clue. During the enemy phase, each ready Ancient One enemy can attack investigators here as if they were engaged with them. I mean, congratulations, but still. Action, if you control the yellow key, place it on this location, and investigators here spend a clue. Automatically evade each Ancient One, unflood this location. This, I'm going to do... I'm thinking next round Hydra and Dagon might awaken. At which point, this would be a good time to then do that, because then I'll be able to, yeah. So, we've moved here, so last action, I'm going to try to get this clue, because I'm going to need clues. Let's use, oh boy, two to Yeah, I thought so too, Crosshair. I mean, I'm not sure, but that's kind of a guess. 2 to 2. 4 with nautical prowess. Let's party. 4 to 2. Silas... Oh, sorry. Where is he even? The Onyx Guardian. Silas manages to put some distance between the roaring Deep One bull, which calls after him, making a noise that indicates to Silas, that this isn't over. And he... Can I just say as well, I really like the design of the scenario that gets smaller the fewer investigators there are. That's good. I know that not all scenarios are like that, and it's like a thematic thing, and I get that, but if you don't have the ability to move fast because of a bum leg or whatever, it feels better. Silas finds himself amidst an underwater collection of large onyx statues. These are creatures that have definitely seen better days. They've been damaged by the ocean over so many years, and yet they're still recognizable as the guardians of the Deep Ones. Let's get this clue here. 4 to 2. Skull. -1. -3 instead if there are 4 or more unflooded Honethlay locations in play. I don't think so. There's 1, 2, 3 unflooded, so I think it's just -1. So I'll draw a card with nautical prowess. Actually, oh. Yeah, I can still return nautical prowess to my hand. Do I need to? Yes. No, I can't. So I will do that. Get the clue, and I'm ready. Enemy phase. Hunters hunt. The bull will ready in upkeep. The Dagon's brood, I'm going to have it move west. Oh! Balls, I always forget. Boop. If I use Jacob, then I can... Well, now I've got too many cards. That's okay, that's fine. I don't really want Unrelenting right now. With Jacob, you could. Always good to remember these things. Oh, and, of course, what did I do here? I failed by 1, and then I used Jacob to pass by 1, so I can't do Precious Memento. What did I get against the Deep One? I was 5 to 2 with Resourceful. Does anyone remember? I'm sure I passed by 2. Yeah. I'm going to heal a damage. You know what? You can just deal with it. Y'all can just deal with it. Silas, hang on. What key goes here? Yellow. A badge signifying one's allegiance. Silas walks amongst the silent stone guardians. It was different, but I don't remember how much, Cthulhu. I was 5 to 2 on the evade. I feel like I succeeded by 2 or more. Oh my God. God help us all, Roger Twy. God help us all. Silas makes his way amongst the silent stone statues until he finds one at the front that seems to be beckoning. It's facing out towards the rest of the ocean as if beckoning the rest of humanity to join them. There's a place for a badge to be placed on its chest, and Silas goes to do it. Upkeep. Draws us a card, gains us a resource. I now have way too many cards in hand, so I'm going to discard Unrelenting and Perseverance. No, I'm just kidding. Utility. This is for passing and surviving. Sharp Vision is to... Actually, that's probably the least useful thing here. Yes, it is. Oh, great. I can't count. Perfect. Huzzah! Counting! And we go to 8 out of 8 Doom. The ground shudders. Oh my God, no. Oh no. If Hydra is in play, flip her to Awakened and Enraged. If Dagon is in play, flip him to his Awakened and Enraged side, Tyrants of the Deep. Oh boy. Well, we'll look at them momentarily. Agenda 3, yeah, I mean, look at that art. It's so cool. Agenda 3A, The Flood. He's like so small. The great flood has begun. With the ritual complete, the seas shall overtake the earth, and there will be nothing left but the primordial ocean and its denizens. You are all that stands in the way of humanity's extinction. I don't know. I mean, they're big and scary, but, like, I know it's 1925, so there aren't, like, nukes or whatever, but, like, surely we could, direct some artillery at them or something. Like, a lot. If an Ancient One enemy is slumbering, flip it to its awakened and enraged side. It's weird. Oh, so that when... If you weren't at this point by the time they were in play. Okay. Forced, same forced effect. If you're at a fully flooded location, you need to go to a non-flooded location or you'll take some damage. 10 doom. A meat cleaver is gonna have to do. How about some brute force? Oh my god. Let's start with Dagon. Oh my god. Oh boy. Dagon, 7 fight, null health, because it has infinite health, 4 evade. It is an Ancient One with elite. Hunter, massive retaliate, does 1 damage and 2 horror. Dagon gets -1 fight for each sanctum location with a key on it. Forced. After Dagon is evaded or dealt damage, do the same to a copy of Dagon's Brood in play as well. Not bad. I mean, terrifying. So it's currently got 6 fight. Oh, and it's about to have 5. That's my hope. Hydra. Oh, is very similar, isn't it? Awakened and engorged. Oh, God, Roger Twy, please. This is a family channel. It's not. It's got the same stats. 7 fight, 4 evade, 2 damage and 1 horror this time, because she thick, so to speak. Same thing, but when you evade or deal damage, you can evade or deal damage to a copy of Hydra's Brood in play, because obviously she's connected to them. Well, I don't like this one frickin' bit. I'm terrified, but we know what we have to do. We have to stop the Deep One's ritual. And I think getting across to the other sanctums is going to be quite something. But I mean, maybe. You never know. Mythos phase. We advance the agenda, and we draw an encounter card. Memory of Oblivion. Well, I definitely don't like this. Test will or intellect 4 if you reveal an elder thing. Fail. For each point you fail by, choose and discard a card from your hand. I don't really want to discard any of these cards. Is this worth just burning a test? Ooh, sorry. Is this worth burning a test of will on? No. I definitely want to... I was thinking about that. What I really want a test of will is Deep One Assault, if I can get away with it. This is a little rough because I'm still in trouble. How many Elder Thing? How many blesses in the bag? Oh, baby. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. Yeah, it's super bad news, Cthulhu. I'm not here for it. So we're going to commit Nautical Prowess to this test, which makes us a 4/4. Obviously, feeling the shuddering of the nearby ocean and earth, Silas looks up from the Onyx Guardians and can see, not too far away, the lair of 2 of these creatures. Their heads break through the surface and they roar, water turning to steam in front of their mouths. I could just favor of the sun if you're scared. I'm not scared, Cthulhu. I'm terrified. Big difference. And I'll commit. Persevere. No, I'm just kidding. I will, however, free trigger and put 4 more bless in the bag, because I feel like that might be clutch at some point. So we're going 4/4 with Nautical Prowess, which does nice stuff if I need it to. So let's go 4/4. -2. If a Chaos token is revealed that's got a negative modifier, gains 2 more wild icons. So we pass. We good. I passed by 0, so we okay. Silas, seeing the creatures, his mind goes blank, and for a brief moment he is terrified that he has once again forgotten everything about himself. But he has not. First action. Yellow key. Place it on this location. Investigators spend a clue. Whoop. Yellow key. The badge is pinned onto the chest of the creature in question. Automatically evade each Ancient One enemy in play. That doesn't count as a skill test. No, for the purposes of... Nah. No, that wouldn't work. Unflood this location. I'm going to put a little token on it to show that I can't do that. And yes, I was just... Yeah, absolutely Cthulhu. Because Dagon was evaded, I can also, therefore, evade its brood at the same time. Pinning the badge to the chest of the Guardians sends a ripple of energy through the water, and Silas can see far off in the distance the massive beast turn confused this way and that. They now also have 5 fight each, which is not bad. Oh, and this guy doesn't hunt. I always forget that. Deep One Bull doesn't hunt because he has a kind of a worst effect, which is that when you defeat another Deep One Bull moves towards you because he's like, "Hey, what'd you say to my friend, huh?" You know, that's his deal. Let's move. Let's keep going. That was our first action. Second action, yeah, let's get to it. Second action, we're going to move into the Lair of Hydra. One of these locations is going to be very, very, very useful. Amidst the sound of cascading waterfalls, the deep rumbling of something enormous stirring emanates from below. Each of the thing's breaths resounds throughout the city, shaking the walls, filling your heart with fear, and yet calling to you. It gets -1 shroud for each sanctum location with a key on it. Action. Place the black, purple, or white key on this location. Deal 3 damage to an ancient enemy that is not slumbering once per game. Well, that's very useful. That would put 3 damage also on Dagon's brood. Also, damage on them can be spent as if it was clues, basically, for the purposes of decreasing flood levels. And I have the black key. Now, it might also do something else, but I am here. The question is, do I want to just move on? It's got 4 shroud. I need some more. I need more clues. This isn't the best place to get them necessarily. Yeah. What I'm worried about, Crosshair, is... Well, no, I mean, I'm going to have to unflood them at some point, right? Because... Yeah, what I'm worried about is that then they're going to reflood, and I'm going to be like, but you're right, maybe they won't. So I think that's not a bad thing. And then I can do the damage thing if I need to later. Ha. Let's do it. I'm doing it. F it. I'm here. Investigators at a lair location spend a clue as a group, decrease the flood level of any non-sanctum location in play. Let's do it. Flood, or unflood, rather. Woo! Get it. Now, what have these clues represented? Information, right? Silas... You know what? No, fuck it. Silas is magic now. Silas enters the lair of Mother Hydra, a massive cave. Well, sorry, it's a cave. It's a deep pool in the center of the city, looking up towards the sky and down underneath the water. There it is, Crosshair. Thank you. Silas can see the eyes of something massive. Water bubbling up with fire as it roars from beneath the waves. It doesn't seem to want to breach the surface. And Silas takes a deep breath and unleashes the power of the sun into the room. Water immediately begins to recede from parts of the city, pulled away by the reversal of the tides. It feels like the plot of Moonfall. Let's not do that. Okay, 1 action left. I kind of want to don't be here. Whoa. I don't want to... Yeah, that's English. I don't want to be here when Mother Hydra awakens, so I think I'm going to move on and hope that this isn't quite so bad. Silas rushes through in his journey to get him. I'm going to have to pass through Dagon's lair. But evading him will allow me to evade the Brood again. Okay, cool. Oh, it's another Vault of Riches. Damn, this Vault of Riches goes on forever. Action, if you control the purple key, you basically lock up a non-elite enemy, which is kind of fun, but I don't have the purple key. No riches for you, Silas. No time. That is correct. Oh, gosh. We go to the enemy phase where there are no ready hunter enemies. Silas sort of stomps in his diving suit out of the lair east towards the Lair of Dagon and further on towards the sanctums, hoping against hope that there is still time to reverse the process, call the water away from the city. Yeah. Exactly. Well, Crosshair, if I come back, I can place the key and deal a 3 damage and whatever. But my hope is that I'm going to be able to do this. I also need 2 clues to unflood the sanctum locations. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. I think we're doing all right. Enemy phase, upkeep phase. We draw a card, we gain a resource. It's the other brute force. Very nice. We go to the mythos phase. 1 out of 10 doom. The flood commences. Let's take a look at this art again. I just love this. Look at this. Tyrants of the deep. They're so cool. Eee! I love sea monsters. Silas stares in at the treasure. Untold wealth of ages assembled here in Hanethle. He turns away and looks east. As he is pulled towards the call of the one named Dagon. Is he the chosen one? It's hard to say. This is a power treachery called Psychic Pull. If you have no cards in your hand, fine. Discard a random card from your hand. Then test X. X is the printed cost of that card. If you fail, lose an action. Well, I have some skills. So, okay. Kind of sucks, but, you know. Whoops. Here we go. We're annoying. I'm sure there's a way to do that that's like a bit more effective, but there you go. Woo. So I'm testing will 1. I have 2 willpower. Don't have Jacob, but I have a lucky. No, I don't. I just lost the lucky. Could you catastrophe this to save 1 action? Doesn't feel good. It's fine. I think it's fine. 2 to 1. Yep. Blessed be. I succeeded by 2 or more, so I will heal a damage off of the Mento, which, by the way, as we have discussed, has been doing #work. Like, let me tell you. Okay. All right. Silas. Now, I realize... It's not the Deep One's ritual. Oh, right. Okay, so the slumbering side basically placed extra doom so that it would try to advance it to when it's awake. Yes. This is actually potentially going to be very bad because they are hunters. They are coming. This is the issue. So, as Mother Hydra and Father Dagon, Jacob Morrison also awakens from his slumber. Yes! Jacob Morrison to the left of Silas. Silas underwater, in this underwater city, can see Jacob Morrison cock his harpoon gun, and he can see him mouth the phrase, "Let's fuck these guys up." Let's go fishing. I'm sure there's a good catchphrase here. Oh, Jacob. Let's get in there. We're going to get into the Lair of Dagon. We're going to evade Dagon. And we're going to get some more clues. We're going to unflood this place. We're doing it, team. The Lair of Dagon. Oh, I didn't read this. As you descend the familiar steps, something tugs at your memories. You've been here before, haven't you? So it has 4 shroud, 3 clues. Oh! Free trigger. Check the campaign log. If all 7 keys are on locations and the Order's ritual was disrupted, you dig deep into your memories to recall what happened the last time you were here. Read Flashback 14. I mean, that sounds awesome. The Order's ritual was disrupted like last time, probably, but if all 7 keys are on the location. Yeah, the Lair of Dagon, it has the same... Exactly, it was the last location in last scenario, the Lair of Dagon, in which Silas just passed. Squeaked out that victory. Well, I've got a massive beast engaged with me. Silas heads down the stairs, down, further down, into the lair of Father Dagon. Something pulls at his memory. Oh, I know, Crosshair. So interestingly enough, Crosshair, I think, this is one of those campaigns where you could kind of map that out a bit. There's a lot of randomness in the scenarios, right? Like, oh, this location could be right next to the thing you want, or it could be on the other side. But you could kind of at least know what you're looking for. Oh, guys, we need to get the red key, or whatever. At least there's that. If you were trying to do that sort of thing. But that's not happening. Silas descends, and exploding out of the water in front of him, a creature larger than any he has ever seen, Dagon. He feels a strange kinship with the beast, almost as if his ancestors, going back many, many years, are calling to him, saying that he should worship the beast, not try to tell it its place. We're going to evade it. Yeah, no, like so impossible. I think we ran out of music again. Oh, yep, we did. Let's do it. We're going to evade Dagon, which will help me evade this other brood, and then move us on towards the other sanctum. How do I evade it, you ask? Ooh, actually, that's going to be a little rough, isn't it? Well, no. I could just try really hard. Come on, Jakey. Silas stands in front of the beast. This reminds me, sorry, this is totally off topic. One of my favorite games, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, for the GameCube. One of my favorite games, and no one's ported it. No one's made like a whatever those are called, which is infuriating because I don't have a GameCube anymore, and whatever. I'm not gonna buy one just for that game, but great game, and quite you basically play through there's like the book of Eternal Darkness or whatever that takes you through different people's stories over the last 2,000 years as you encounter the various ancient ones in the world. It is very Arkham. Weirdness, I'm going to come on to that in a second. And the first time that you meet one of the ancient ones below a cathedral in Amiens, France, which, again, great. There's through lines through all the locations. All the people kind of end up meeting different versions of the people from the past and stuff. It's very cool. The protagonist of the first chapter of the Amiens cathedral thing, he makes it down to the basement and he's like, "What are you keeping in here?" And he slams the door open and it's like a massive Dagon-like creature, depending on which ancient one you've chosen, and he's like, "Oh," and he just gets smushed. And that's what I'm imagining here. Silas is like, "You shall listen to me," and the Dagon just goes, smushes him down. Weirdness, I'm coming on to your point because I think it's important. The game is played from 1 to 4 players, but and as Cthulhu points out here, it's balanced in the sense that there's, more health on enemies and more clues on certain locations, depending on if there's more investigators and stuff. This means packing ways of getting multiple clues and dealing multiple damage is important, but the more investigators you have, the more focused your deck can be. Oh, I'm just going to get clues, and I'll let the enemies be handled by someone else. So that way I can have all the cards in my deck that get multiple clues in one shot, whatever. You can do combos and stuff. But it is, I think, quite well recognized in the community that true solo one player is hardest. because despite only having to get one clue from many places, having an enemy to deal with suddenly is you have to do everything in the game, you know? And that can be really challenging depending on your deck composition. But enough about me. Silas Marsh needs to evade Dagon. Silas Marsh... He should have beat up Dagon. No, that's a bad idea. He's got 6 fight, or 5 fight. They can do it. Oh, correct, Cthulhu. Have I played a Seeker on Doomed? I played Ursula, which Crosshair came in to play Leo on that campaign, but I do feel like Ursula had legs, although that first scenario was fucking rough. My god. But yes, Seekers are the best class. I look forward to... I have a thought for the next big solo campaign on Doomed. I'm excited. Okay, enough about me. We gotta evade Dagon. Silas Marsh needs to stare down the beast in front of him and show him what's what. Let's evade. I'm evading at 4-4, which feels weird, but we're doing it anyway. Yeah, bless, sure. +2. Great, that's 6-4, but I have to draw another token. Bless, that's another... Okay, 8-4? -1, sure, okay, cool. I'll remove 2 blesses from the bag. Dagon is evaded, as is the Dagon's brood. Silas essentially directs the sun into the chamber with the power of his blessings. He can feel it coursing through him. Dagon descends back into the water as the sunlight strikes him. And I'm going to move on to the Hanathle Sanctum to the east. Ah! It's the Syzygy chamber. Infuriating! Yes! Yes, Cthulhu! I'm going to go back and watch the first couple of scenarios. Crosshair, we had a good time in Threads of Fate, which was the one in Arkham, where you run around. There's like 3 different act decks, and you can kind of pursue whatever. That's like one of my... I mean, I think people say it's like a favorite scenario. It's cool. But, should have gone better. It should have gone way better. The first scenario, just me. I don't know why it didn't. I'm going to go look at my deck again and see what I did. Maybe I just got unlucky. This is the Syzygy chamber. This is, of course, the chamber where the cultists, the deep ones, are summoning forth the power of the moon to pull the tides up and drown humanity. Action: if you control the red key, place it on this location, spend a clue, automatically unflood each location, yada yada yada. Forced. After any location's flood value is increased, each investigator here takes a horror. Ooh. Well, I do need a clue, so I'm going to have to get the clue from this location. A little rough. Oh, actually, I was in the investigation phase. Enemies hunters hunt. So Hydra stomps one location to the right. Silas can feel the earth shake as the Ancient One moves towards him. Ah! The ground shakes and he takes a tumble towards the edge of the pit of fire called up towards the sky. And one last time, his suit... It does not tear, but he can feel his leg crunch horribly beneath him. This is leg injury, which is no bueno. I'm going to have to take damage somehow. Or just, ignore it. Leg injury says, after you take a move, resign, or evade action. The suit is bad news, but I need the suit, right? Well, I actually need the suit. We'll see. We go to 2 out of 10 Doom. Silas grits his teeth and groans with pain as he attempts to stand back up, searching for something to do here. Ooh, Conspiracy of the Deep Ones. Of course, in the Syzygy chamber, there's this council of Deep Ones there, right? Peril. Revelation test will chew. Thank you, Crosshair. Everything should be readied, right? Hello? Excuse me for a moment. Just want to make sure my cat isn't doing anything too bad. I'll be right back on Doomed for the thrilling conclusion. First Ripley, now Ella. The harbingers of chaos work for the enemy. I know. I know, the conspiracy of the deep ones, more like the conspiracy of the felines. Test Will 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each sanctum location with a key on it, so Will 4. If you fail, you must either place a doom on the current agenda, or the nearest Ancient One enemy in play attacks you. Now that is interesting. Arkham Horror, Meow Lethatep. Oh, the nearest one is Dagon. So I would take a damage and 2 horror. Not good. Really not good. When any amount of damage would be placed on you, place it on diving suit. So I can't take okay, because ideally I would take 2 damage from Hydra, put 1 on the suit, 1 on me, heal it with bandages, get rid of the leg injury, but I can't. So all that to say, I'd love to pass this. If I gotta place a doom, I gotta place a doom. Yes, weirdness, it's a real thing. Arkham Horror is a real set of cards released by FFG. It's really hard to get a hold of, apparently. I don't know if they did a limited run or what, but there's like Kate Winthrop, the scientist, and I don't remember them all. Yeah, oh, good for you, Cthulhu. Oh, so cool. Yeah, I know, it's a real thing, weirdness, and it's kind of awesome. I know. You can look it up. I don't remember all the details, but like, Bark Harrigan! As opposed to Mark Harrigan. And Duke is the dog of Ashcan Pete, one of the investigators in the game. Yada, yada. Okay. Test Will 4 if you fail. Well, I might fail. So, here's looking at you, kid. The deep ones around the Syzygy pit begin to chant in a way that is much more frightening. 2 to 4. We're just going to test it straight. Yep, good, cool. See, I failed. It doesn't matter. I failed by 2 or more. So I'm going to heal a horror from the memento. There was nothing to be done. Oh. There was never anything to be done. Yeah, straight up. So, do I want to take a bunch of damage? Takes a bunch of damage in horror? No, I'm going to place a doom on the agenda. Whoa, hi Ripley. 3 doom now, not bueno. But I think we're still in pretty good stead. I go back to the investigation phase where I hope to get this clue, deal with this location, and go to the last sanctum. Let's party. Yeah, no, I can just do this. Silas watches as the chanting grows louder and realizes that despite having used the power of the sun to, force the water back from this temple, from the attempts of these creatures. Yeah, for sure I do. Ah, balls. I'm gonna need a lot more clues. Good shout, Cthulhu. That's why. We didn't think about it. If each location is unflooded. Thank you for pointing that out, Cthulhu. I would have felt really dumb had I won without having done that. So I needed 2 extra clues in order to be able to have done all of them at once from the Lair of Hydra. But I still think we're in decent stead. I'll have to go back to a lair now, but, hopefully. Well, then I can just put some damage down and hopefully just kind of do that all in one shot and whatever. But let's focus on these sanctums for now. Silas directs his energies towards the chamber that he is in right now, hoping that he can uncover uncover the secrets hidden here before moving away. Exactly. 1 good hit. We're going to investigate this location. I have 2 intellect versus the 4 of the location. I'm going to release a token on Favor of the Sun and pass 0. Pass by 0. I'll get a clue. Then I unflood the location with the red key. And spend the clue immediately. Which evades everybody. And remove it from the bag, thank you. Oh, actually, I No, I removed the 2 last time. Yeah, that's fine. I did that. Well, and Crosshair, as you saw in the chat, no doubt, we still also have to deal with this gateway up here. Not quite, but we're very close. We're very close. What is the red one? The red one is information regarding the otherworldly route and the secrets that will lie within. Silas begins to speak the strange tongue of the deep ones, and they back away from the Syzygy chamber, watching as the light from the sun somehow penetrates the deep, murky ocean down here, disrupting the circle, casting shadows that are long and harsh against the ground. So that was that, and then last action move. Up to this sanctum. Statues in the deep. Yikes. 3 shroud, 1 clue. Forced after you fail a skill test while investigating this location, take a damage. If you control the blue key, blah, 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 do the thing. Okay. Okay. Silas ventures north, pulled by his conviction that there must be one more thing that he needs to do. A key allowing entrance through the gateway. Why is he going to place the key in the hands of the statues of the deep? Perhaps the statues will be able to be freed somehow or broken? I'm going to think about it while we do this. Enemy phase. No hunting enemies in play that are ready. Upkeep. Draws us a card and gains us a resource. Unexpected courage. There's a lot of baddies in play, which is a little scary, but that's alright. We go to 4 out of 10 doom now. And we draw an encounter card. Oh god, it is an abomination. What the fuck is this thing? Of course I drew it too, right? So this is, this honestly looks like a whale and a skunk mated, maybe, with a velociraptor? It looks like a shark and a velociraptor. So I think this is a dinosaur. Or I think it's from the dinosaurs' times. Oh, so it'd be like that, Arkham. While aquatic abomination is moving, fully flooded locations are connected to one another. Great. Thankfully, that's not too much of a thing anymore. Aquatic abomination cannot attack during the phase that it moved via its hunter keyword. Good, because it's a big boy. I'm going to have to evade this thing, which is bad considering the leg injury. Do I want to let it hit me? Clear the leg injury? I don't know, Cthulhu. It's got 7 health. Just slam it with the cleaver over and over. Brute force once, twice, done. 2 aura as well, yes. C'est pas mal. C'est pas mal. I'm wondering if the advantage of getting... Oh, no, my draw deck is empty. I don't want to do this yet anyway. Great. Silas is now on the outskirts of the city where there are dozens of statues hidden amongst the tall reeds or plants, ferns, whatever they are, that grow up from the depths. He gasps. Yeah, pish posh, exactly, no big deal. It's doable, but if it goes in the discard pile, then it'll reshuffle with my deck, which I don't want it to do. Maybe I don't care, because if I evade, I can't take another evade action. Just thinking out loud here. So I could, like, investigate, evade. I would get hit. I would do the thing, so I clear leg injury. I could also evade. Then hopefully I wouldn't be able to move, so I'd have to evade again next turn, but then I'll maybe be able to do that. Yeah, let's stick with efficiency here. From shrieking from out of the depths, something that Silas can only describe as a nightmare, emerges. Yeah, that's the hope. That's the hope. 4-2, we're gonna evade. No need to favor of the sun this. I'm going to evade, and I'm going to put in courage. And I'm not going to forget that I have Jacob Morrison. Hi, Ripley. 4-2, 6-2 now, in order to evade the abomination. Yeah, that's Arkham for you. Whoa, wait, whoa. I am going to take it back to hand, but I think this calls for a oi catastrophe. Ripley, where are you, please? Oh, hi, Max. Get out of there, please. Thank you. He's very excited. Go, Max. Does everyone want to be on stream tonight? Silas watches as the creature bears down on him. He clasps his hands together and he thinks to himself, is this the end? No. He steps nimbly to the side and the creature shrieks past him, unable to stop. He, having navigated enough waters, he knows the movement patterns of sharks. It will have to turn around and come back for him. So he's able to hide amidst the reeds, at least for now. Okay, so I reveal the chaos token that reduced my skill value to 0, cancel it, treat it as a elder sign instead, which means I can commit a card from my discard pile, which will be resourceful, which means I will also get back something else, which will be, I think, Unrelenting, because I'm going to want to be able to draw cards against very shortly. Yeah. Not the resources. Yeah, no, you're right. That seems better. Come here, you. Come here, blessed Silas, baby. Eucatastrophe is removed from the game as the creature shrieks past him. So now I've evaded, so I can no longer move because of the leg injury. His leg on fire. Silas moves in to try to conquer, to try to find the correct statue, to place in its hand the key that will remove all of the pain and suffering from this place. I am going to... I have an idea. I'm going to investigate. Yep, it's time to use the last favor of the sun token. Ancient Covenant? No. Let's investigate. I'm going to commit resourceful and use the last bit of... Whoop, and remove one, because now Favor of the Sun goes in the trash and I'll get another one back. Resourceful fires and gets me, I think... Now I'll take an Unrelenting, because I feel like, again, I'm going to maybe want it next turn. Where are you? There you go. Silas spots, much like the Onyx Guardians at the other end of the city, he spots the final figure, the furthest one away, motioning, beckoning for humanity to join them in the depths. He places in its palm the key, and the city rumbles as it begins to unflood, as water begins to rush away. I get to evade everyone automatically. I didn't fail the location. I didn't fail. The deeptherlies. Exactly, Cthulhu. That's the game plan. Or 2 clues. But no, it's going to be easier for me to just punch these guys, because they now have 3 fight. Oh my god. It's time to party. It is time to party. Enemy phase. No ready enemies. Upkeep. We ready everyone. Hydra. Dagon. Dagon's brood. The abomination. Bad news, but that's okay. It also draws me a card and gains me a resource. And I have to take a horror because of that, so it will go on Precious Memento. And I now have to discard a card. I don't think I'm going to want that. Mythos phase. We go to 4 out of 5 doom. Silas watches in awe as the waters begin to rush out of the city somehow. The ocean isn't changing levels, but somehow there's water being pulled away as light erupts brilliantly from the city of Hanithle. But he is not quite finished. There is one more thing he needs to do. Draw an encounter card. Psychic Pull. I guarantee it, Crosshair. Discard a card at random from your hand. Test Will X. Here we go. I'm just going to do it. Yep. Well, that actually does kind of suck. You know, hindsight 2020. Hindsight 2020. Another brute. What the hell's going on? And Unexpected Courage. Okay, so I'm testing Will 1. But will I commit Perseverance to this test, Crosshair? What's going on? Are these cards in my hand? There we go. I was like, what's happening here? I have 2 will. If I fail, lose an action. Exactly! The city is in a whirlpool. The water is above it, shaking and ready to either be pushed out or crash back down around it. I don't want to lose an action here. Really don't want to lose an action here. But perhaps I will have to. We shall see. Let us commit Unrelenting to this test. Nope, no need to seal an Elder Sign. Actually, I guess that's not bad. Which draws me 2 cards. I can't commit those, that's fine. 3 to 1 is pretty good. I don't want to lose an action. But I think I'll keep the... What am I keeping the courage for? You know? 5 to 1. Skull -3. So I could pull the Unrelenting back to hand and still pass. Which I will do. Boop, boop. Courage goes in the bin. Psychic Pull is dissuaded as the water rushes, as Weirdest points out, up and up into the sky, up into the ocean, forming this tornado, this absolute whirlpool. Silas feels one last time his heart and mind and soul tugging him towards his death. And his force of will is too great. He is ready for this. Okay, so here's the deal. We need remove 2 damage from an ancient one at your location, or spend 2 clues as a group, decrease the flood level of any non-sanctum location in play. I need to evade this thing that I'm sitting on here, this aquatic abomination. I need to move, and I need to go to the lair. So what I'm going to do, and this is quite annoying, is this persistent? So here's a question, which I'm making a ruling on this, unless the ruling is out there and obvious. If I take one of the actions on leg injury, and then somehow get rid of it, which I can do, does it persist for the turn? No, that wouldn't make sense, right? It doesn't really, like, for me, it doesn't make sense. It says you cannot take any of those types of actions for the remainder of the turn. It's forced. Yeah, but it wouldn't, right? Because it's not in play any longer. That's how I feel about it. So what I'm going to do, perhaps not in a way that's very nice, but I'm going to move back to the Syzygy chamber. The movement triggers an attack of opportunity from the aquatic abomination. 1 damage goes on the diving suit, 1 goes on me, but I'm going to use bandages to heal the damage for leg injury. 2 horror, 1 on me, 1 on the memento. Bish bash bosh. That's how I feel, and that's what I'm going to treat it as, because I would be in big trouble otherwise. Not like overwhelming trouble, just a lot, you know? Now I need to evade. I don't have actions left. Shoot. I was going to, like, evade, move in, deal actually, I could move in and attack Dagon and just soak the hits and hopefully not... Okay, let's think about this before we do this. I have Perseverance. If I move in, I'm going to have to take another 2 damage and 2 horror. which would destroy the memento and Jacob, basically. Then I would have to fight Dagon, who has 3 fight. I would fight him with brute force. I'd put everything I had into it. And I have to do some damage, so I'd have to do well. I also still have perseverance, which feels decent. And I have the diving suit, right? So, like, well, okay, the damage isn't the problem, it's the horror, right? Because I could also, if I don't try to do it this turn, I could evade the abomination and move in, and then, actually, then I'm going to get hashtag pounded, so to speak. So we're going to do it like this, and I'm probably going to regret this. With the creature furiously snapping at his heels, Silas dashes down the steps, the abomination pursuing him, slashing at his back. Yeah, yeah. Whee! I'm always curious. Some card abilities... Ooh, a lasting effect persists beyond the resolution of the ability. Aha! The effect continues to affect the game state for the specified duration, regardless of whether the card that created the lasting effect is or remains in play. Well, that's fucking shit. Okay, so we're going to wind that back. Not that far though, because I wanted to get rid of the thing. I am kind of in trouble now because I can no longer evade. Yes, correct. Well, my hope crosshair was that I could do all this in this round and then just win. Like, I'd just be done the scenario before Hydra came in. But now, oh yeah, now we're in. Actually, okay. Let's wind. We're winding it back again. I must, because I think I was a bit foolish. Yeah, I was a bit foolish. We winded it back up here. Yeah, but okay. Because of leg injury, I have to get rid of it if I have to get rid of leg injury if I want to deal with this. I want Silas to be able to win. That's the key. I want Silas to be able to save the world. So I need to get rid of leg injury because otherwise I can't move couple times in the same scenario and whatever. So I just need to evade the aquatic abomination. So I need to take a attack of opportunity. I need to still do the thing and evade this turn. Then next turn I'll be ready to like move and do other stuff. Right? That's that. Yes, that's the plan. Okay. How do I take an attack of opportunity? You might be asking. That's a great question. I could play Keep Faith fast. 1, 2, 3, 4 bless tokens. And then I can take a resource. Heal this. Damage on me. No, it was now there's a damage on me. A horror goes on me and 1 goes on the thing. Okay, cool. We good. We took our attack of opportunity. Now I still have 2 resources to play Perseverance. Great. Silas grits his teeth as the creature swims around, but now I still have the ability to evade this turn, so we're going to evade this turn. Let's party. 4 to 2. Time to evade. I think it's also time to commit Unrelenting to this test. And let's do it. +1, 0, 0. Ooh, delicious. 5 to 2. Silas is going to once again attempt to duck behind some of the plant matter here in the deep before making his way back down to the lair. 5 to 2. That's good. That's good enough for me. I succeeded by 2. Yeah, it would have been. Boop. Release. Did I use I think I'm pretty sure I used that, so I'll just assume that I did. Evaded. I can't move this turn. Oh, that is annoying, isn't it? That's okay. That's okay, at least. I can't move this turn, so I could... I have nothing to, like, play. No, because... Oh, sorry. Cthulhu! I will show you what I mean. Leg injury says after you take a move, resign, or evade, you can't take any of those types of actions for the remainder of the turn. Oh! Now that's interesting. Aha ha ha! Thank you, Crosshair. So I will bring it back to hand. Now that is very interesting. Good shout, Cthulhu. Thank you for the, I mean, I don't want to move, though, is kind of the, I don't want to move, no, because I don't want to get punished by... Oh, yes, I could Perseverance. That's fine. So I will move down to the Syzygy Chamber, where it all began, where it all ends, and I think this is going to make sense. Enemy phase. Bear with me on this. Hunters hunt. Hydra hunts. Little baby Hydra, aka Dagon, hunts in. I take a damage and 2 horror. The forced effect would put the damage on the diving suit, but I'm canceling all of it. When any amount of damage would be placed on you. Yeah, it's not going to be placed on me, though, right? Perseverance. Silas limps his way down back to the chamber where the power originates, and he watches as the creature known as Dagon, the god, smashes his way in. It is unbelievable how large the creature known as Dagon is, and Silas knows that between he and Hydra, they will swallow the world. He flattens himself against the rocks behind him and takes a deep breath, willing himself to not be killed. Upkeep. Draws us a card and gains us a resource. I got way too many cards in hand. Let's see. Well, now I don't need clues. Oh. That's it. Yeah, great, okay. Mythos phase, bear with us. 6 to 10. 6 to 10. 6 out of 10 doom. Silas is staring up at the creature known as Dagon, weakened now that most of the water has rushed out, most of the extra water has rushed out of the city, looking for the thing that is to blame itself. Macabre memento. As he looks down, floating just below Dagon's legs, a human skull, reminding him of his own mortality. Test Will 3. If you reveal a cultist, automatically fail. If you fail, take 2 horror. I really don't want to. I'm going to put in prowess to this to bring me to 4 to 3. Woof. That's not a nice... That's the opposite of the nice memento. -5. I can give nautical prowess 2 wild icons, which would take me to 6, but I would still fail. So... after you fail, I have to take the horror before anything else, right? So there's also a key on my location, so I also have to take a horror. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Oh, very yucky, actually. Okay, I have to take 3 horror. 2 from Macabre Memento. 1 from the effect here. 6 to 6 -5 is 1. Brings it back up to 3. Oh, I think it's doable. I think it happens. 2 will. 3, 4 with prowess. 5, 6 because I gave it a couple wild icons. -5 is 1 versus 3. +2 from Jacob is a pass. Barely. Nautical prowess. I don't know why, but nautical prowess tells Silas has seen death before, and he has stared death in the face, and this time death is coming for someone else. Don't worry about it, Jacob. It's fine. Oh, I could have put in Crucis, but it's fine. Okay, let's party. First action. Retaliate, huh? Ew. This would have been a good target for Eucatastrophe as well. Dagon has -1 fight for each sanctum that has a key, so he has 3 fight. If I remove 2 damage from him, I can remove a damage to unflood a location of a non-sanctum, and then again, so I need to put 2 damage on him. I desperately don't want to use Meat Cleaver, but that, yeah, let's do it. He presents his chin. He's ready. I've got a lucky in hand. Brute force. 4. Combat. 5. 6. Eh? I think Crosshair? I think you might be thinking of on the sleeping side. It said something like, you know, if he's sleeping and you're there, do a thing, yada yada. I think also not in a lair. Weirdly, he hunted over to this syzygy. Any location spell values increased? No, that's fine. Oh, frack. Remove a no check, sir. Remove a damage from an ancient one at your location, or investigators at a lair spend clues. This is good. This is good because it means to me that you've like gone around and figured out how to reverse the process, and then you have to be in the lair to do that, or you just literally beat up the creatures and use their life force. That's how I'm choosing to read. That's how I'm choosing to read it. That's how I'm reading it. Okay. 4 combat. 5, 6, 7 brute force. 7 to 3. Yeah, fuck it. Resourceful, unrelenting, Signum Crucis. I should hold some of this back, eh? 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's use unrelenting to seal. I can't seal the auto-fail. Let's seal an elder thing, another elder thing, and are there any tablets? Those are bad. Yeah. Signum Crucis adds no bless to the bag. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is it, weirdness. Exactly. 10 to 3. Are we going to be lucky? It's 2. I do 3 damage. It goes on Dagon. I will remove 2 of those damage to essentially unflood a location, which would be this location. Silas Marsh. What happens here? I'm wondering how I want to describe this here. Silas Marsh scales the tower in this. Yeah, I will, Crosshair, you're right. I'm going to take back Signum Crucis because I don't need I need the blessings. Nope. Exactly, weirdness. Just be really, really firm. You gotta be firm with puppies, you know? Silas has managed to scale the massive tower in the center of the room, leaps off of it and onto the elder thing, onto the god, blinding him with the shard of black onyx. I did, thank you. Excuse me, Cthulhu. Let's take back, let's take back Perseverance, shall we? You never know. Blinding, or at least for a brief moment, blinding Dagon. As the creature lets out a roar, the water that escapes its mouth flows up towards the great torrent in the sky. Have we done enough? Stop the Deep One's ritual by draining the city. If each location in play is unflooded, advance. Uh-oh. Act 2B, motherfucker. Shattering the alignment. The seas part with a roaring torrent. Chill air. This is cheat death that Crosshair is referring to Cthulhu. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it in action. Good times. Take this pocket sand. Yeah. Chill air flows through the corridors of Hanathle as it rises. When the stars look down upon its alien emerald halls, something in the air changes. There is a sound like a snap and a hissing of air being pulled through the vacuum of space. Then, like automobiles lurching to life, the Earth and the Moon begin to move once more. Add this card to the victory display. If there is another act card in play, you may choose to continue playing in order to accomplish the objective on that card, or proceed immediately to R1. If there are no other act cards in play, proceed to R1. I see. So there are other acts that are like bonus objectives, things like, say, this, right? If you had done the flashback, you would have, maybe there's a better ending or something. However, R1, Silas Marsh, Resolution 1. You frantically make your way back to the entrance to the undersea city, hoping desperately to escape alive. You feel the familiar tugging of the currents all around you as you emerge on the other side of the otherworldly threshold. Your heart does not stop racing until you finally break the surface of the water and collapse on an outcropping of rock. In your campaign log, record the investigators escaped Hanathle. Hanathle. Nailed it. Add Dagon and Hydra to the victory display. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X. I like what I saw next there. So I didn't get any like big sort of experience points here. Oh, they don't even have experience on them, so 2. I'll take it, 2 experience. Boop. And in exchange, each investigator suffers 2 physical trauma from their ordeal beneath the waves. Silas is broken, but perhaps he has managed to save the world. Check if Act 2B is in the victory display. If it is not, skip to Resolution 3. As you emerge from the caverns of Devil's Reef and look up into the sky, your throat clenches tight. Uh-oh. The sun and moon are still locked in unholy alignment, and the sea still swallows most of the coast. Record the flood has begun. Oh, please don't make me replay this scenario. Please don't make me replay this. Wait, is it? Oh. Cthulhu, how? Oh, I did. Sorry. How would I get R1 if Act... How would I get R1 if Act 2B wasn't in the victory display? Oh, because I can continue playing. Right, okay, sorry, before you write that. Yes, I understand. My apologies, we're backing up. Shattering the alignment is in the victory display. As you emerge from the caverns of Devil Reef and look up into the sky, you are relieved to see the sun and moon no longer in alignment. Power of the sun! The tide appears to be retreating as well. The seas have finally calmed. The plot of the Deep Ones was thwarted. So, okay, I understand. Yes, I understand now. Yes, you could choose to be like, oh, there's like another thing we have to do. And then if you get fucked up, you would miss this. The investigators win the campaign. Check if another act card is in the victory display. It is not. If neither is in the to the epilogue. The drive home to Arkham is quiet. After everything you've been through, you would have thought the quiet to be a peaceful reprieve, but you are alone with your thoughts. Innsmouth, Deep Ones, enormous monsters dwelling in the depths beneath the waves. You find yourself checking your rearview mirror regularly, waiting to spot the headlights of the pursuers who want you dead. The glowing, unblinking eyes of an aquatic horror in your back seat, or perhaps even the cold, dead glare of Thomas Dawson, mutated nearly beyond recognition. But you see nothing. Just an empty road. You sigh and run through the events of the past few weeks once more. You believe you have a complete picture of what occurred, and yet you still feel like there's something missing, another gap in your memories. Check the memories recovered. If all 14 of the following entries are listed. Read flashback 15. I don't know who this guy is, but I want him and his tortillas dead. Book, what's it from? What's it from? Ah, balls. That's reminding me of something. Well, that is insane. So I don't have that. Ah, The Horrible Truth. I will read that another time. You shake the feeling away. It doesn't matter anymore. This whole ordeal... Oh, is it from Little Tortilla Boy? Is that it, Pook? You shake the feeling away. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I know this. It's from... I don't remember the comedian's name. Thank you, but yeah. Little Tortilla Boy. One man, one desire. I can't do the voice, but you know. You shake the feeling away. It doesn't matter anymore. Damn it. The whole ordeal is behind you now. Innsmouth, Dagon, Hydra, Hanathley. Just a terrible memory you wish you could forget, like all those other memories you lost. Your foot lies heavy on the accelerator. The faster you are away from this hellish place, the better. Well, I am goddamn thrilled. I can't believe it. A tremendous amount of luck. That brings us to the end of the Innsmouth conspiracy. Did we learn the truth? Perhaps, perhaps not. Did Silas manage to save humanity at least once? Yes, he did. So I am thrilled. Good Lord. Me too, weirdness. I think near the beginning there, I really thought damage was going to be the issue, but it turned out we needed some horror soak, and that precious mementa really, really came in clutch, and I got really lucky getting it, and perseverance, and yada, yada, yada. I'm thrilled. I think it was a great story. Silas took an absolute beating throughout the campaign, as he should, being up against an entire army of monsters from below the depths of the ocean, but his will and his perseverance won out in the end. He was able to succeed and close the rift, so to speak, to the bottom of the ocean. Thank you also so much for joining me on Doomed. It's a great time. I am taking probably an extended break from Doomed. There's a few weekends this month in Spooktober where I will be off or doing other things, so on and so forth. Stay tuned. I know. Oh no, Audio Gunner, did you just get here? Spoilers! Do you want spoilers? Let me know if you want spoilers. I won't say anything. I will probably be taking an extended hiatus, but of course take a look at the Discord, and we will let you know what we have planned when here. Oh, okay, Audio Gunner, I understand. My apologies. Hi, and welcome to Doomed. I'm so sorry I didn't catch you on the way in. Thanks for coming. You can leave your donations by the door. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but we have lots of other streams throughout the week and the weekend. Tomorrow, no streams, actually. Yes, absolutely. It has been an awesome experience, and I am, again, thrilled at how it kind of turned out. We've got streams throughout the week. No streams tomorrow. Punchy Book Club has been moved, and we are currently also on hiatus from RPG Clinic because on October the 16th, Sunday, 5 p.m., it will be the first session of Blades in the Dark on RPG Clinic. A mini campaign run by yours truly. Good luck, Scott. You're gonna need it. However, Tuesday, join me on this channel. I am really, really, really looking forward to the fact that I have another FMV murder mystery to play. Thank you to Pukajutsu for pointing out that the Dark Side of the Moon, with our Jenks actor, is out there. I am absolutely jazzed to hell, especially because it looks like there's sort of quick time decisions you gotta make, and you know how that goes. Please, if you can, join me 6 p.m. on Tuesday, or take a look at the YouTube VOD. I upload everything onto YouTube. Do I have a YouTube command? Wait, what? What the hell? What the hell am I doing? Here, hang on. Nope. Whoa! Ah, fuck off. Oh, no, here, there it is. There we go. I was like, me, Twitter. Oh, great, Weirdness. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really sad to hear that there's a lot of caffeine, but I'm really happy to hear you were excited to stay. Folks, I love feedback on the streams. You can drop it in the Discord. You know how it goes. Find my channel if you want to, feed me back. If you want to give me feedback about my stream, what we do here. And I really hope to see you for Tuesday's FMV. More stuff coming up throughout the coming weeks. Perhaps maybe not Doomed for a while, but we'll see. And Blades in the Dark on the 16th. I'm fucking jazzed. Pardon my French. Oh, great, Crosshair. I didn't actually... I feel like I've glossed over that Discord so many times because I'm just like, yeah, Discord, you know? Do I have anything more to say? No. Believe in yourselves. Silas believed in himself, and despite all of his setbacks, he did it. And he did it because of the help of his friends. Crosshair, Cthulhu, Weirdness, and everyone else here on my channel. All right, folks. I'm out for the evening. I'm going to go take a nice cold bath. Maybe not salt water, though. See you next time on Doomed.